fun, baby.
Booze and tits. Big bucks. Uday. The artist formerly known as Uday. He's retired now. Dick Sassy. The artist formerly known as Dick Sassy's a Manga Man now.
I'm Mega Man now.
We're here with a special guest. Some guy named Jesse.
Some guy. His real name is Jesse, but he's just some guy to us.
If you haven't guessed,
now is that SOME guy or SUM?
podcast is about drugs, guys.
He spells it the right way. Fuck you, illiterate fucks. I'm just kidding. For those of you who don't know how to spell, I apologize. You should.
Yo, you guys have an excuse. The rest of you
Yeah,
guys.
yeah. Actually, if anything, you guys deserve, better treatment.
If you're older than 15 and you're trying to be cool with the name, stop.
Yeah, just stop.
Hey, stop with this Irish shit. Why'd you give me a warm beer, Joe?
Hey, let me feel that beer. Is that beer warm? Is that beer warm?
Usually Joe comes in with no beer, and then he'll drink.
No. Seriously, is that a warm beer?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
a
here,
fucking warm
I'll
beer.
go get you a fucking cold beer because that's some shit.
Just give me a beer in that.
In
refrigerator,
Boston,
please.
we would fucking kill somebody for some shit like that.
Beat him with that beer.
I'm not from Boston anymore, of course. Not anymore.
Why are you talking with that accent for? It's so funny.
Hey, fuck you.
Yo, get your own beer.
Hey, where's our intern at?
You yelled at him out. And he
He's
like,
watching.
yeah,
he's
listen,
watching
I'm good.
Fortnite.
Fuck you, Dad.
Fortnite is more interesting.
Fuck you, Dad. I ain't gonna be around that shit. That's funny.
Yeah, he's on the other side of the warehouse.
That is funny. But let's watch this Rick James interview. You guys remember the Chappelle Show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember this?
Loved it.
Remember this interview? You remember?
All right, so Rick, what do you make of all this Charlie Murphy bullshit?
Crap, lies, fabrication, lies, all lies.
So you never punched?
Charlie has a very short-term memory bank. You know, all the cocaine we did in the 80s and drinking has got to him. We got like 2 brain cells left.
Holy shit. Back in those days, dude, you gotta imagine, none of that shit was fabricated because all those stories match up. All that shit matched up. You imagine partying with fucking Rick James, Charlie Murphy, all back in those days. How'd that shit go?
I could imagine it, but I could also imagine that if I partied with those guys, I'd have like a couple of dicks in or around my mouth.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug, bro.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug. I don't want to wake up gay the next day and be like, fuck it.
How's that ass feel?
See?
Lie. Charlie's lying like a Persian rug.
You know what
Charlie's
was
a lying
weird me about
motherfucker.
this interview, though? Is like you look at a picture of Rick James back in the 70s and then look at this guy. Like, they don't look anything
bloated,
alike.
dude. Bloated
No,
or
anything. Yeah,
Yeah.
this dude looks like someone drowned Rick James.
It's just
Pulled
like,
him out of the fucking river and
He looks
put
like the
makeup
cousin
on
that
him.
looked like him, and he's just like, oh yeah, he's
Yeah,
successful.
I'm Rick James. I swear I'm Rick James.
it's just
Fuck
like
you.
it's just like Scott Hall. Scott Hall, when he was Razor Ramon, dude, looked good, but when he got like really off the
became
deep
Scott Hall
end,
again?
he was super. Yeah, he was super bloated.
Oh, dude, the worst ever.
I like how you type in cocaine's a hell of a drug, and then
this is what popped up.
that lady who's, I ain't got time for that, comes up. Makes no sense.
Up next, yeah.
Like she's on
No,
drugs.
the funniest part is once I put cocaine's a hell of a drug, all the black people on the right side.
There's one white girl.
Shit, you're
Come
right.
on now.
YouTube is so racist.
Super fucking
It's all right. I'll
racist.
straighten it out. I'll straighten it all out. Got to hear my side of the story.
All right, what is your side of the story? So he says you treat him like an older brother.
Yeah, I love Charlie. I always have loved Charlie. I still love Charlie. Sometimes, like an older brother, you got to go upside their head, you know. I had to go upside his head a couple times. You know, Charlie came out of the Navy, and he was young, coming out of the Navy. His brother was doing pretty good in
I love
movies
his
and
leather
stuff.
pants.
Yeah.
But, he was hanging out with the big dogs, you know.
He
Charlie
died.
didn't
I
know
could
he
use
was
those now.
doing
He don't-
crazy things, and I had to straighten him out. Sometimes I had to go upside his head. Sometimes I put him aside and talk to him. You know, he's up in Hollywood, running around in Hollywood with all the movie stars and the rock and roll stars, and sometimes he needed a smack. I had to give him a smack every now and then.
That shit really happened. According to both of them, that shit really happened. Now, is this the Dave Chappelle interview that just
is
got
the Chappelle
extended?
interview.
This is the
The Raw.
extended.
Yeah,
the
like,
extended.
this is what was
Okay,
on the
I've never
DVD
seen
and stuff.
this.
Yeah.
But all this stuff I'm reading is like
Like, this is
he's
what they would
giving me
edit into
karate
the actual
chops and all this stuff. He didn't even know nothing about karate in them days. Kicking me and smacking me, and
I don't think of freaking Eddie Murphy as karate.
Yeah, Rick James is like, fuck that. I didn't get fucked up. Fucking Charlie Murphy didn't know shit.
He's acting like he got karate kicked.
It's like he assumed that everybody knew karate back in those fucking days.
Yeah, if you threw a kick, it's
Yeah.
like, oh, that guy's
crying like a bitch and all this kind of stuff. Come on now, do you see Rick James crying like a? Come on now, let's get this story straight. What else? Come on now, what did he have to say?
Yeah, 50 Cent based his life story on Rick James. Come on, let's get this shit
Remember
straight.
punching him?
Yeah, I remember smacking him a couple times.
Hell yeah, I remember that shit. It's funny because well, Rick James remembers maybe very little because of so much drugs and alcohol.
All the
but
coke. Are you kidding me?
He remembers smacking Charlie Murphy.
In the middle
I
of all
remember
that
putting
coke.
his ring upside his head one time. He wore my logo.
Hey, that's what you need right there. Someone ruins your logo, you gotta smack the shit out of him.
I hit this guy so hard he ruined my
I gotta
logo.
use that in promo. I have to use that in promo. I'm gonna beat you so hard you be wearing my logo.
Hey, whoa. Calm down. I thought you were retired, Terry
Yeah,
Funk.
you're retired.
I'm on hiatus.
Is that who you pretended?
Oh, Terry Funk, I'm on hiatus. Yeah,
I did a good book. This wasn't going to show. I did a good book.
I'm not booked.
Yeah.
That guy has a name, by the way.
Well, he called
guy?
it the Unity ring. But really, I had two rings, okay? Now, the Unity ring was a round one with a point. Now, if I had to put that one upside his head, it would have stuck in his head, and it would have stuck in his head forever.
Damn.
Holy shit.
He sounds like
Forever.
a old
Sounds
black
like
woman
brain
right there.
damage.
Yeah,
it
fucking
sound like-
Rick James is for real, dude. He would have fucking killed Charlie Murphy.
Rick James don't fuck around.
Dude.
Jeez.
Basically, what he's telling us is that if Charlie Murphy was not Eddie Murphy's brother, he'd be dead.
Yeah.
See, I don't buy
He wouldn't
that.
even been around.
Look at Rick James back in the 70s. Did he look like a badass?
No.
No.
He had money.
I would have knocked his ass
No,
out. Are you
no,
kidding
no.
me? I would have
Badass people
fucking
around him,
cold
yeah.
cocked his ass.
Yeah, he had money.
Oh, yeah, dude.
He had connections,
Look at that
dude. He could have
guy.
got somebody
Yeah, he
else.
had money and
Dude, he was
connections. That
owned.
don't make him a fucking badass.
It does around the people around him.
Yeah, he would have somebody else
This
do
is
it.
the ring that went upside his head. It was a heart and the wings, okay? And this was
Shit.
imprinted in that black head of his for at least a week. They thought he was our mascot. He imprinted so much in his head. Because he goes, Rick James. He used to do stuff like, he used to throw Prince at me all the time. Like, he used to say things like, Rick, when Prince walked up to you right now and said,
You didn't know what the fuck's going on.
Making shit up as he goes.
Hey, do you think
guy
Rick
doesn't
Rick
know.
was still on cocaine at the time of this interview?
Oh, for sure,
I think
because
he
he
was on
died.
opiates, right? I thought he was on opiates at the end.
Probably.
Yeah, I think he was on all of it.
No,
to be
because
honest.
the only reason why I remember this, besides this, was he did a video with Cake, and like I love Cake. Like, he would open up for him, like.
So you don't think he was on any coke?
No, he died while on tour with Cake.
So
He
not
was,
opiate,
yeah.
not coke.
I think it was
just-
opiate at the end.
Yeah,
Did you guys ever see that famous
Look at
picture of
his
him
face.
and Linda
yeah,
Blair?
just opioids, right? Not you don't think
at
coke?
this point. At this
Yeah.
point, maybe he fucked a little bit of coke, but not enough to do it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Have you guys seen that picture of him and Linda Blair?
Probably not.
So Linda Blair, the girl from The Exorcist,
Yeah.
I know.
she was a hardcore Rick James fan. And they kind of like hooked up a couple times. And there's this famous
You mean
picture
hardcore.
where they're both topless, hugging each other, staring at the camera. And I'm like, ew.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't find
pretty-
either of these guys attractive.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say something. I'm like, what's wrong? I'm like, you better finish that sentence. So like, I just looked at him like,
Who gets racist today?
I'm like, damn, ain't a racist.
No,
Well, you need to see
there's
the movie called Lovely. It's great.
actually neither of them looks attractive. Like even Linda Blair, I'm like,
We'll be
ugh.
happy that they're together then.
I know.
Jeez.
Don't beat your ass. I said, Charlie, what are you talking about? No, just say Prince walked up and smacked you across your face. What would you do? And I said, the same thing I'd do if you do it. Smack you across your face. So he said, no, you crazy. Now you're talking out of line. And I'd give him a smack. And that'd be that. Well, what, he gonna smack me back? I'm Rick James. He's Charlie Murphy. Huh? What's he gonna do?
He says he whooped your ass. He says he smacked you.
That's the best reaction ever.
Talk about whoop my ass.
Yep. Green screen and background and shit.
I know. I always wondered why they use that.
Oh, that way people like assholes like us can fucking do our own thing.
Yeah, anything.
I wouldn't add.
That next to Shia LaBeouf, dude.
I would love
Yeah, bro.
I would love to add this motherfucker in the pits of hell right now, laughing like flames underneath him and shit.
Oh, like that'd be the reveal of when the
Yeah,
devils.
yeah,
They'd be like, "Who is it?"
Yeah, he's laughing, he's cackling. Fuck yeah! Put him in the pits of hell.
There you go.
People say a lot of things under the influence. You know? People say a lot of things under
He
the
said it
influence.
yesterday morning.
What?
He said it yesterday.
His face.
What? Yesterday morning?
You said this yesterday?
What? This motherfucker mouthing off.
I'll fuck him up right now.
He's
No,
like, "Where
you
you at?
won't.
Where you at?"
Yeah. Charlie Murphy would fuck
No,
his
you
ass
won't.
up.
Dude, Charlie Murphy would fuck him.
Oh,
If he
yeah.
was
Oh,
alive.
yeah. Look at
Charlie
Charlie.
If he was alive right now.
If he was
Oh,
alive
both
right
of them.
now.
He died
Either
before
of them are
Charlie.
alive right now, yeah.
Charlie Murphy
Yeah, if
fuck
either
him
of them
up.
were alive, yeah, Charlie would fuck.
But
Charlie
both their
fuck him up
spirits
either
are
way.
alive and strong.
Any point in time, Charlie Murphy.
That's what I'm
fuck
saying.
I'm
Anytime
ju-
they're both alive, yeah.
I'm just going to say this right now,
Pointless
today,
conversation.
I could kick Charlie Murphy or Rick James' ass today.
To this day, yeah. you're an
Today.
What are we saying? That Rick James could beat up Charlie Murphy?
idiot. No, he's saying he could beat up either of them today because they're
Today.
both dead.
Because
Oh,
they're
that-
twice your age.
Because they're dead.
Well, they're dead.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
If they
Charlie
were
Murphy,
alive,
I just said
No, he
today.
said to this day.
I just said today.
They
No,
were
Charlie Murphy
alive.
could fuck him up, Joe. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, in real
He
life, Charlie
challenged
Murphy would
MMA
have fucked
fighters and
his
shit
ass
to
up.
bars and shit.
Oh yeah, real life, dude. Charlie,
Yeah, Charlie
Murphy's
Murphy-
fucking jacked to the gills for a while.
Who did he try?
More towards the end, then he
the whole
started
thing with Joe Rogan, where he
dying,
told that
but-
guy that like, "Oh, this is how you fucking hurt somebody," and then
Yeah.
he got pissed. Yeah,
Little pop dog.
That's my.
I mean,
pop
he said.
out.
I mean, he said it was a long time ago, but he.
Charlie, why do you think Charlie Murphy's taking karate right now? Because Charlie Murphy could not.
Out of all the fucking years. Hey, Rick James, I'm taking karate right now. I'm coming here beat your ass
exactly.
for that club incident.
30 years ago.
30 years later.
Charlie Murphy was in. Why do you think Charlie Murphy joined the Navy? We all know.
Oh, man, this is when it gets so weird. All the Navy. Yeah. He's in the
Why did
Navy.
Charlie
Well,
Murphy
back
take
then,
karate
she said
lessons?
it gay.
Why did Charlie
I'm on
Murphy
Rick
join the
James'
Navy?
side here. Why do you
Come
think
on,
the
bro.
motherfucker joined the
YMCA,
Navy?
bro. Come on.
Holy shit.
Like, let's not lie to ourselves here. Why did Charlie Murphy join the Navy?
Yeah. Don't lie to me.
'Cause
Why
he's
is he
not
all getting
famous anymore.
badass now and all ripped
Yeah.
up? Because he wants to kick my ass. That ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
Rick James.
Know about the Navy. Okay? Did he join the Marines? Not.
Damn.
Hey, he could have joined the Marines. He joined the Marines
Yeah, he
because he
could
didn't
have.
make it.
Yep, you're goddamn right. He could have. Because when you pass your ASVAB and you pass like a certain
It's just that
score,
health test.
no. When you pass the ASVAB and it's past a certain score,
No.
you can join the You can choose which military group you
Yeah.
want to join.
But they still like
So
because
he
with me,
could've-
they still taught me because of my asthma and my.
No,
foot.
he's trying
I
to
was like,
he's
what the
trying to
fuck?
make Charlie to be out a buster.
Yeah,
he's like, you
buster.
join the fucking Navy instead of the Marines.
Yeah,
You
because the
fucking
Navy
whack-ass
has a
motherfucker.
reputation of being gay.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And his
Especially back
score,
then.
his
Especially in
score
the
was
70s.
high enough in the ASVAB to be either. He chose the Navy.
Well, what did I say? The joke about the Navy is like you at least got a
you
bed every
guys are
day
being
and you
too
at least
nice.
like 3 guaranteed meals. Anywhere
Nah,
else, you're
you
fucked.
guys are being too
You're never
nice.
gonna
Charlie
have a bed.
Murphy was a homosexical.
Maybe,
So you're
whatever.
on
still
you're on
funny
Rick
one.
James' side.
He was still funny.
You're
Yeah.
on Rick James' side, dude.
He's going with James.
So
I'm going with James.
You're
Just
going with
out of
James?
solidarity because he's dead.
I'm
He's
gonna
the
go
one
with
talking
Rick
right
James.
Fuck.
now. Yeah, because even if you look up old Charlie
Did he join the
videos,
Army?
like he did one with Nardwar, that shit's funny.
Nardwar one's good. Yeah.
Not.
That should just
You
be a
joining-
sound clip right there. Not.
Yeah. Anytime someone says over here, not.
Hey, Big Bucks, how you doing? I'm pretty good. Not.
You think when it took manpower? Not. He joined the Navy.
We're definitely using
the
that as sound
Navy.
clip.
Use that on a list, Chuck.
He was in
You got that?
the Navy.
Not.
Where they had the white hats that go like this here. Come on now.
That look like this here.
Charlie Murphy couldn't whoop me in them days. Charlie Murphy would stand a chance of whooping me right now because I'm older and he's taking karate. That's why he's taking karate. Charlie got beat up a lot. Charlie
That's so bad.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Dude, that is fucked up. He says he might have a chance now because he's taking karate, and I'm a lot older.
Yeah, and I'm a lot older. He's all being realistic now. Like he's
let's
taking
clarify.
karate.
Listen,
This
Well,
interview's
today-
like 12 years old, by the
this is
way.
right.
when I was younger, I mean,
Before
Charlie
or
Murphy
something?
didn't stand a chance. But now, I mean, I'm a little bit older. I'm doing, he's doing karate, so yeah, he's got it.
Guy's
Charlie got beat
built.
up a
I
lot.
just, no, I just picture Charlie Murphy at like one of those strip mall karate dojos with a bunch of kids.
Him celebrating when he gets his belt.
Do you think Charlie Murphy got beat up a lot?
Probably.
I don't know, man.
Vic?
Eddie Murphy's
No.
his bigger brother.
No way.
Wait, no, he's his older brother.
No
so
way.
Eddie's younger. And then there's another one.
No,
right?
no. Charlie Murphy's the
Charlie's
younger brother.
Oh, I thought Charlie was older.
Just think of it this way, okay?
Then nah, he's way bigger than Eddie.
Yeah.
Yeah, no way.
I'd rather fuck with Eddie than
grew
if I grew up
Eddie
with him.
Murphy and Charlie Murphy grew up in the late 60s and early 70s.
Yeah.
Not the easiest time to be a black person.
That's what
No,
I'm saying.
that's
So
for
who you
sure.
gonna go after?
Yeah.
The bigger one or the smaller one? I thought Charlie was older. Because he
Nah,
was bigger.
Charlie's the younger one.
Yeah, but he's bigger.
No, I
But
think
he's
Charlie's
bigger.
older.
That's what I'm
No,
saying.
Charlie Murphy's. You
I don't
Google
care.
it.
All right.
Just Googleheimer it.
Yeah, I'm all because on that alone, I would
Yeah, I got a big
rather
old
fight
Google
Eddie.
machine.
If I had to fight one.
Googleheimer.
Google it.
I'm
Got beat up a lot when he was young, and them cocaine and them drinks, all them flashbacks, and all that. He's Charlie lies.
Do you remember what you used to call him? What your nickname for him was?
What?
What your nickname for him was?
My nickname for Charlie? I had a lot of nicknames for him. What did he say I called him?
Darkness.
What did he say I called him?
Darkness.
Yeah, Brother Darkness.
Brother Darkness.
Brother
Remember, he was talking about
Darkness.
both of them. Brothers Dark.
All right, so yeah, Charlie Murphy's the oldest.
The older.
Oh, see, that's what I
Yeah,
thought.
he was born.
I
Oldest?
initially thought that.
He was born in 59.
Eddie.
Eddie Murphy was born in 61.
Oh, shit.
Ah.
2 years apart.
I didn't.
My mom was born in '59, so she outlived Charlie Murphy.
Holy shit.
This is
Think of that.
But this is crazy. Is that
Charlie
love
Murphy's
that.
an unhealthy motherfucker.
Charlie
I'll tell you this
died
because
last
my
year.
mom is an
thought it was
unhealthy
like 2 or 3 years ago.
motherfucker.
But
we got 2 more
constant,
conversations
so like
going.
that's just
All right.
level.
Yeah. So if my mom outlived Charlie Murphy, who was working out and had a good career,
Did karate at one point.
did karate at one point,
in the
got
Navy.
fucked up by Rick James.
Oh, and was in the Navy.
in the Navy. Rick James is doing, or I'm sorry,
Murphy.
Charlie Murphy is doing some fucked up
Turned
shit.
out well.
To where my mom, a short fat Mexican, can outlive his sorry fucking coked out ass.
Shit. She did
He
drugs
is
too.
doing some fucked up shit.
She's done a bit.
My mom's been doing her Pilates. I'll tell you that.
Hey, she's listening. She's probably gonna listen to this podcast.
Oh, she probably will.
Shout
She
out.
loves Joe. Joe, can you say something?
Hey,
Let her hear your sultry voice, Joe.
Whisper sweet
Get
nothing.
it.
Say so.
No. Say it a little bit louder.
Yolanda, guess what I'm wearing?
A little bit
A
sexier.
little.
Just a little bit sexier.
He's on
I'll
your
tell you
favorite
this
shirt.
much. I'll tell you this much. I'm wearing my brand new fabric-free coolant underwear.
The one you got me.
Keep my
one she got
boys cool all day.
Okay.
She get this way?
That's pretty good. So, okay,
Are
so
they comfy?
They are,
matter.
surprisingly. I stole a pair.
When you're walking around all day, like my junk gets so sweaty.
God.
So I had to.
I got
Hey,
these.
Kayla, what's up?
I'm rocking those.
Yeah, that's kind of what I have.
Kinda.
Jesse just whipped out his dick.
I just touched his
Nah,
underwear.
just a ball.
Ball.
I could adjust. Come on, I'm an adult
One
now.
veiny ball.
You know,
Yeah,
Charlie.
I'm not an excited kid anymore.
All right, let's hear about the darkness.
Cut off the lights and Charlie has to go, Rick.
I love his voice and his face for real.
Yeah, Darkness. Charlie is my brother Darkness. That's right.
Darkness.
Eddie, both of them is brother Darkness. We're brother Darkness.
Eddie's boy.
All you hear from Charlie is, you know, all you hear is that voice. All I used to hear is that voice that used to constantly irk me. Rick, where Rick James? Where Rick James? And you know, Charlie don't talk with his teeth. When Charlie talks, his teeth is, you always notice when Charlie talks to, his teeth is locked together. Well, that ain't from cocaine. That's just the way it is. Where Rick James?
I like how he's better than that. He's like, not from
Do you
cocaine. Like,
remember
I
when you,
Yeah.
you remember
My
grinding
jaws
your
were
feet
locked
into
because
Eddie's
of
couch?
cocaine.
I have an excuse.
Yeah, I remember grinding my feet in Eddie's couch.
You remember why you did it?
Yeah.
Because Eddie could buy another one. You know, all the cocaine we did. I just had to walk up to her and say, yo, you know, let's do something. What you want to do? What's your name? What's your name ranking? What's your serial number? What you
Damn.
I don't believe any of that part right there.
Nah, fuck no.
I
This
was
is what we're
gonna
just
say,
lying out his
Chuck,
ass
that
right
reminded
now.
me of, remember when we were kids? And like, it's all like, yeah, he could buy a new one. I'm all, remember when I sold all your shit? And you came home and you're all
Sold my
like,
video games.
no, but when you came home, you're like, all right, dude, it's funny, but seriously, where is it? And then you walked into Chris's room, he was playing a new game.
That's what you get that, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Chris
Just
is
got
like,
it
oh,
for me.
this is Ace Combat. Fucking
Oh,
really?
five.
Ace
I only remember,
Combat.
Ace Combat 5. Yeah, it just came out.
Yeah, I was 4.
He got it for like $5 because of all the trainings.
It was a steal,
Oh,
bro.
It's kind of like, where'd you get the money for all the snacks? I don't know. It's sold a
Chuck's like all
baseball
sweating,
cards,
coming back from school.
your video games.
Harry, I took care of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Petey.
What to do? Charlie had to go
Where's all
through
my
this whole
video
thing.
games? You're like,
Can I buy you a drink? What sign are you? And he don't know nothing about astrology. You know, what sign are you? We have an after party after the thing. This is my friend Cognac. This is my friend Larry. This is my friend Rick James. We're going to Rick James' house. That's how Charlie picked up girls after the drink. We're going over Rick's house after the club. You want to come? Charlie used my name to pick up girls. Charlie, that's what Charlie. Man, Charlie. I love
Yeah, stop and think about
I
it.
believe it.
He's like, come and think
because
about it.
I really believe Rick James because the bullshit that he's spewing. He's like, come on, like really? Do we have to go into this?
But right now, the end of his face just looked
Yeah.
like, man, now come to think about it, I should have hit him more.
Yeah, it's too many details for him to go on about. That's why that's why I believe Rick James because he's like, you know what? No, fuck this. I don't even talk about it. He's like, nah.
Charlie to death, but Charlie just had Charlie gained recognition. Well, I can tell you some stories about Charlie Murphy now. I should tell him, but I'm gonna let him off. I'm gonna let him off easy. See, I'm not gonna do Charlie like he did me. All this bitch smacking me and me crying. I heard him tell a story that he came to a China club one time and I was behind the bar. Now this is true. I was waiting behind the China club because the China club was like my club too. You know, I could kind of do what I wanted there because I would jam there, and me and the owner Danny Freed were very close. So I'm behind the bar and I'm serving drinks and Charlie bends over. I call. I said, Charlie, come here. Smack his shit. He came over. Now Charlie tells me like, after I did that,
right? Like, you guys don't let.
then he tells me to come over and he smacked me and tears start coming out my eyes. Now, that is absurd. What? I'm gonna cry. Now, he may have smacked me, but wasn't no tears coming out of my, because it was probably one of them Prince smacks like.
Prince slaps. That's fucked up.
Not
Smack
to
me
mention,
like
Rick
that.
James is
'Cause he knew
honestly,
better.
if you guys know anything about coke, you'll know that Rick James is so fucking coked out of his gourd. It don't matter if you hit him with a fucking 2x4, he would not have fucking cried.
No way.
He was so coked out of his fucking mind. Yeah,
All you
Charlie
gotta do is
Murphy.
call my
Charlie
name.
Murphy cannot have it both ways. He was not so coked out, and he did not get smacked to where he was crying. He got smacked, and this motherfucker was numb, and probably looked at him like, "All right, you got your comeuppance. That's all right. I get it. That's it." But he was not crying.
Remember the end of the story?
You were
like,
numb when you
after
were
he's done
fucking
beating
coked.
him up, he's all like, "Why'd you do that? That was weeks ago." Like he never cared. He was always like, "Oh yeah, I'm sorry." Like way later and shit.
Yeah, no, fuck that. Dave Chappelle did it
But
way
no,
better.
you know,
You know,
that.
he-
He like we always said drug people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're always like that. Oh, I'm sorry. Never
Yeah,
happened again.
I'm sorry.
You know, I throw him up with him. See, we used to throw him up a lot. You know how you know, like when you meet a brother, and y'all say like, "What's happening?" So what's happening? You know, what's happening, man? And you know, one guy punches the other, next guy punches the other. Next thing, y'all throwing them up and see who's the fastest or who's the quickest.
You know when you fuck each other up
I
just
used
to
to
meet
throw
each
him up
other
with Charlie that way.
like slap boxing, but with closed fist.
But I was
Yeah.
quick.
and intent.
Ask Charlie. He'll tell you I was quick. Unless he gonna lie about that too.
There you have it.
Let me ask you something, Big Bucks.
What's that?
What's the harshest drug you've ever taken?
Okay, so let's go into that.
Me.
So let's go into what drugs we've taken. And the only drug
Excuse me.
I've ever taken was weed. That's it. And
that
the
a
most,
drug?
yeah, that's it.
Is that a drug?
That's all I had. It is
it
drug.
a
On the
drug?
chart. On the chart.
Well, you gotta
yeah.
think Tylenol's a drug.
Is it a
It's
drug?
drug. Those are
Okay,
drugs. Yeah.
a
Is
Consider
it a
drug.
drug?
Okay, well, what about pharmaceuticals? Like,
Yeah, there's
what's the drug?
drugs.
No, I'm saying for you. Have you taken anything like crazy? bad?
No. Just codeine.
Okay, the fact of the matter is that you have taken things harder than
Yeah, than
weed,
weed,
which
big
is
time,
ibuprofen. You have taken codeine. Have you taken Paxil?
Yeah, but we're not talking about.
You said drugs,
we're
but you didn't say the word drugs.
Okay, I guess we can do that.
All right.
You did say
I guess
drugs.
We're talking about drugs that can have a negative effect on your life. How about that?
Exactly. Drugs. That's what I'm saying.
No,
Fuck
just
that.
the strongest thing I ever
you can't say
the
that.
strongest thing I ever taken was edibles.
There you go.
That's it.
Yeah,
you
I
go.
remember that day.
Edibles, yeah.
And now I was Donald Trump
Oh yeah, that was a great
at a
day.
Halloween
You had a
party,
mean ass second
and I
win.
was blitzed out of my fucking mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I literally come out and he's laying on the ground and his family, like, this is the kids and everything, like nieces and
Oh,
nephews
dude,
are
that
all
was
running
fucking-
around him. He's just laying
Just
on
In
the
to-
It
full
was
Donald
great.
Trump regalia.
Okay, so I'll tell the stories.
That was pretty great.
We're gonna tell some drug
It was
stories.
good. Halloween, right?
So so it's Halloween. Y'all were over, and I dressed up as Donald Trump. Michelle dresses up as Hillary Clinton. It was great. It was a good costume.
Pre-election. My bad.
And it was during the election times too, so the timing was perfect.
Yep.
And my mom comes over and she goes, "Hey, I said, what are you doing? What are you taking?" She's like, "Oh, the edibles." And she takes edibles because I guess she has pain in her elbow, and she
And
just
her
got
knees.
surgery.
Oh,
But she's
And her knees, pretty bad knees.
Yeah.
so she's
You
like,
know more than-
so she's like, yeah, I take these for pain. Okay, great. So I it's no surprise that she's taking them. So I was like, okay, you know what? It's a party, Halloween party. Let's get. I've had it
Let's
edible
get
one
wild.
other
Yeah.
time, and it was rich. It was a Rice Krispie, but that was a real low milligram, so it was a good.
Did you
It
guys
was a good
split
high.
it right or something? Or-
But this
Yeah.
time, I had it, and she gave me
Like
a little
them?
berry. It was 10 milligrams. I was like, this ain't shit.
Really?
This little berry was a 10 milligram. And then she's like, here, do you want this chocolate-covered cherry? I didn't know the milligrams in the cherry.
You just figured it was the
I
same
just
thing?
figured-
Especially because the
Fucking-
insides
yeah,
are
like-
filled with more shit too.
No, but you figured it was the same.
Yeah, it was like
something?
one of those oil,
Oh,
with
shit.
the liquid base.
Yeah.
Yeah, the oil base.
As opposed to like a caramel chocolate.
As opposed to like,
she
yeah,
fucked him up, yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay, cool, I'll take that. So I take that, right?
the cherry itself was 21
Well,
milligrams.
that's what I mean. You guys were part of that. I
Yeah.
remember I came
No,
over,
she
he was already,
handed
he was
Chuck
already on the
a,
ground.
she
so
handed
yeah.
Chuck a cherry that was basically the equivalent of one entire joint that was like a Yoda OG joint. If you and me had smoked a Yoda OG, you
Yeah,
and me
but
would
by
be high,
yourself. 'Cause me
but
and
she
you would
gave-
normally split that,
She
yeah.
gave him a fucking cherry that's the equivalent of one, but it's an edible.
Yeah,
So-
he ate it that way.
Yeah, he ate the
So
whole
I was
thing.
going deep. I was going deep with this. So 30 minutes later, I'm still setting up the Halloween party, and 30 minutes later, my vision just starts going fucking nuts. I'm getting like this fucking spidey sense, and I'm narrow in where like I feel like a fucking like I have like narrow in like a. It's hard to describe it, but if I was looking through the eyes of a hawk.
Your perception was
That's
just
what
a
would
lot.
happen, yes.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck, dude, I think it's the weed that's hitting me. So I'm not freaking out too much because I get anxiety
No, but I like that
attacks.
you only think that. Like you're like, it might be that.
Yeah. So I get anxiety attacks. So I was like, oh, fuck, I know it's the weed. So that's kind of what helped me through it. But then I didn't think anything of it. Then my fucking right side of my face goes down. I said,
Yeah.
fuck.
Dude, when I showed up at the Halloween party, you were like laying on your own truck.
Dude, well, that's not even it. Because so then more different parts of my body were taking their turns to go numb.
You know what I imagine? You know what I imagine? I imagine that scene from Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
That's exactly how. I'm going there with
I
that.
just was
Preludes.
So
Yeah, right.
yeah. So I'm going there with that. So that's how it started. So each part of my body started getting numb, and then it finally, like, it got to a point where like I'm dead. I have to go to the bedroom, and I'm going to bedroom, and I'm laying down, and I feel like I'm falling 500 feet down a fucking tunnel.
That's pretty funny. I gotta say, that was pretty funny at the time. Like, we were trying to help Chuck into bed. He goes, let me fucking go. Let me lay down. Let me fucking lay down.
Oh, is that what he said? I don't remember.
Yeah,
See,
he, was
okay.
like, he was like, let me the fuck go.
So I showed up
and
in
then
the middle
as
of
soon as
that.
we let Chuck
Yeah.
go, he hit the bed. He goes, oh, thank God.
Yeah. No.
And the next thing you know, Chuck is like, I'm falling. And we all leave. And we didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, he was
Well,
gone for a while.
okay.
Chuck pops up an hour later as a way better Donald
I was
Trump
gonna say,
than
right
an hour early.
Before that, though. Before that. Yeah,
We were like, this motherfucker.
Yeah, before they
he
got
was
you-
dead an hour ago.
Yeah, before they got you in the bed, though, is when I showed up and you were laid out in your front of your lawn,
That's right, that's
just like
right.
laid there. And I walked
Yes.
up just thinking like you were drinking. I was like, oh man, you guys pregame or what? You're like, nah, man,
Cool.
I ate something. And I'm all,
Oh,
what?
that's right.
Yeah, and
No,
you're
no,
talking-
no. You're right. That's when everybody started showing up. Prior to me going.
Well, your
to the
family
bed.
was already
Exactly
here, though.
what
No,
happened,
take
yeah.
that back. Like your family, like your in-laws were already here.
Yeah.
And the kids were running around.
Well,
And that shit was funny.
I went to the front, and then I was like, "Hey, listen." I was warning people. I
Yeah,
said,
'cause
"Hey,
you're supposed to be
listen."
setting up
I
still,
just took like an edible, and I'm a little fucked up right
Yeah.
now. So I'm trying to, recoup.
Yeah, but your fam's cool. Like they were like, "Oh, ha ha ha!" They
Yeah.
were like, "Oh no, what do we do?"
Well, I
They were-
told, and then finally Michelle knew about it after I got to the bed, though.
Oh,
I
that's
think
pretty funny, yeah.
I was telling people left, right, because I was still kind of conscious.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're right. I didn't know. I kind of lost it. I didn't remember saying, "Just leave me the fuck alone."
no, I wasn't
We
even
were-
there for that. That was
It's because we were trying to pick you up and put you in a bed because you were like, dude, okay, you were leaning against your pickup truck.
Uh-huh.
And you were like, and you were sitting there.
Yeah.
Okay, you were sitting on the. Okay, the thing is, you were sitting on the concrete, but your back was against the truck. That's when we showed up. We showed up, and you were like, when we looked at you, you looked over at us, and you were like, dude, I'm so fucking high right now.
Yeah,
and
dude,
we're
it
like,
was
and
so
we start
hilarious.
laughing, and then you're like, no, you don't understand. And you start explaining to us what milligrams you took. And
Yeah,
we're like,
you were
oh shit.
trying
And then we're like, so it didn't even kick in yet. And the whole time we're talking
No,
to you,
the
you're getting
worst-
higher and higher
Yeah,
by the second.
because the worst is when you mentioned the number.
yeah.
Me and Richard both looked at each other and we're like, "Dude, we
Yes.
do that," and you're all, "What?"
Me and Jesse were at the party, and seriously, for like 2 hours, you were fucking gone. 45 minutes after the 2-hour mark that me and Jesse were there, me and Jesse were playing beer pong. 45 minutes later,
I didn't
here
know it was
you
that
come.
long.
And you have like full fucking energy,
Yeah,
as if
your
you had
second
never-
win, dude. You opened
Yeah.
up and you were literally Donald Trump
as
that
if,
won.
yeah,
Like
as
you were
if
just
you
like,
had never
"Whoa,
passed out
what's
at
going
all. And you were like, "All right, guys," and you were full
You're
blown
requesting
drunk.
songs and shit. It
Michelle
was
like,
hilarious.
"Chuck, you were right." You're all, "Shut up, Hillary."
Yeah, you're all, "Shut your mouth, Hillary. I'm
Full
winning."
dickhead.
And then like
We're
the prizes
oh.
started and you were just on it. Like all
We're
of a
like,
sudden
wow.
you're normal
Well,
again. It was
okay,
hilarious.
so
Yeah.
I do remember because I remember when I went to bed, and then I was
We're
like,
like, when did he fucking
I was
wake up?
spinning, dude. And Michelle came up to me and she said, "Hey, you need to go back out there and entertain people because you're the party. You're the host of the party."
Yeah.
I said, "Oh, you're right. You're right."
It was fucking great.
Bro,
When he
all I
came
need to
back
hear.
out, it was fucking great.
Yeah, he was like,
He was a
awkward.
shit talker.
And if I remember correctly, you had a full erection.
Well, I remember, here's the thing, because I think I talked to one of you about it, that I was on the mic with the DJ set.
you were
and I was
talking so
ripping
much
jokes,
shit.
Oh, dude, the
And
longest.
in my head, I'm killing it.
Oh, you were.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Dude,
you
you were
were.
even laughing at yourself and doing the little.
I'm killing it, right?
Oh, you were.
But
Yeah, you were.
some people that I talked to, or whoever, I forget who I spoke to, they're like, "Yeah, no,
Dude,
it's
you were
funny,
talking
funny,
in-laws.
but
No.
you were really fucked up."
You were talking shit about this guy who dressed up like a PE teacher.
Oh yeah, you're all, what the hell are you supposed to be?
And the
Ogre.
whole time,
Ogre.
yeah, we all kept shouting "Ogre."
Yeah, when he went up to
because you shouted "Ogre." You were like, "Hey,
shit.
Yeah, that's how you announce him.
give it up for the best costume of the night." And I was trying
Yeah,
to
when
be
he comes up.
I was
Yeah,
trying to
you
be
still
Khal
won, though.
Drogo.
You still won.
I still
Yeah, that's
won,
right.
but at the
Oh,
time,
yeah.
Chuck was screaming "Ogre," and I thought, "Oh, that's Ogre. He's definitely the best costume." Fuck Drogo.
Yeah,
this guy's
dude,
Ogre.
he was so pissed too. Like,
Oh, he
because
was
he's literally
super
walking
pissed.
up,
Dude.
and you're all,
Yeah.
"Ogre, everybody, give
if
it."
that
He's all-
guy, if he hadn't admitted
Dude,
it,
you
he
walked
would've
up to
won.
him, slapped him, "Ogre, everybody."
Yeah, well, nerds.
Yeah, nerds.
Yeah, he was pissed. He's like, "Yeah, I'm not Ogre, I'm a P."
Dude, Chuck's like, give it up for Ogre.
Everybody,
Come on,
come
everyone's
on.
like, woo! And then all of a sudden you hear, "I'm not Ogre. I'm actually a PE teacher." And Chuck's like,
I'm a gym teacher.
well, give it up for the gym teacher. And no one gave a fuck anymore.
Two shits.
Chuck's like, give it up for Khal Drogo. And I was like, yeah.
And then like the whole crowd's just like, "Fuck yeah!"
Yeah.
Oh, Drogo won clean.
guy.
Yeah,
That was great.
I came out good that day, dude. I still
I
have
remember
photos.
taking a selfie with Rich, and the next day it says, "This party be whack."
You were so drunk, you were talking shit about your own party.
You posted on it.
Dude, we took
did
no,
post
no,
it,
we
too.
took pictures
took
in your
fuckloads in your-
photo booth,
yeah.
and I totally forgot that that was you, and like you did not come off as high to me, but I think it's because I came late.
You
Yeah,
came
you
as
and
Roddy
Lady showed
Piper
up
that
later,
day,
huh?
right?
Rod's a good
Yeah.
one, dude. That was
Yeah,
good.
you
So
Shut up.
what happened with the
I
photo
remember.
booth is the photo booth was rented out that night, and it eventually came back. And here's where the Leonardo DiCaprio part happens, because I had another crash or something happen where I was like fucking again, kind of fucked up. And they said, "Oh, the photo booth's here," and they said, "We really want to use it." And I was like, "Oh, okay, Michelle, fuck." But I was so fucked up that I was like, pretty much like Leo in that Wolf on Wall Street, trying to get out of the fucking like car.
Well, no, trying to get to it.
Trying to get to the car. So when I finally got to the photo booth and the computer, I was like, ugh, I'm just fucking hitting shit.
You're like, this used to
Somehow, some way, I got that shit to work.
All right. Jesse, give us your craziest drug story.
Just tell us what kind of drugs you've tried and tell us a good drug story.
I've done like acid. I've done shrooms, weed a lot, alcohol, speed, but not like preferably. Mostly mixed things like half cabs or yellow cabs and stuff.
What's the heaviest drug, though?
Have you tried
Like, to me personally,
yeah.
I hate speed. Speed's horrible.
And
me like
yeah.
yellow
All of
cab
us
too,
here, I think, can
yeah,
agree
it
that
just
we hate
lingers.
speed.
It's the way I would describe it to somebody who's never done it is like the worst hangover, but
Never
like,
done
that's
it,
just
but
the head.
all
but
my
then
family
your
has
body
done it.
is more like just stupid weak. Like everything hurts. Like it
what it
hurts
looks
as
like,
soon as you sit down.
honestly.
You're comfortable for like
Exactly.
5-10 minutes, and then
That's what it
everything
looks
starts
like.
aching. You have to move constantly. It's weird. It
Terrible
really
drug.
sucks. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
it's
it's mixed with
horrible.
other
People,
things.
they-
Like
they-
yellow
they
cabs, you
promote
don't
it.
know.
Like, oh.
Okay, yellow cab's supposed to be 50-50, but you don't
That's
know what it is because
horrible.
you don't know. You're not like they sell that shit official anyway.
Yeah.
So like you can buy a Molly from anybody or a Special K. Special K's pretty fucked up too.
Yeah.
Like you fuck with that, especially when you're drinking.
Well, especially because will fuck you up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Do you have a
the
story?
one that I was probably like, I guess I would say most addicted to, or the one that I lingered on most, was like codeine with caffeine. Because that one, like, you won't fall asleep. Regular codeine, you pass out.
That's what Chuck's mom was on before she got on weed again.
Dude, I gave up alcohol.
I was trying to push
because
her
of
on
that.
weed to get rid of that shit.
Well, I gave up alcohol and was
And
like
then
all
she
about that. I
finally
was like,
did,
this
yeah.
is way better than alcohol.
No, that's
you could take 2 or 3 of those and you feel like you're drunk minus the heavy stomach and
I
like
know.
you're just buzzed all day. But
Yeah.
like it's weird. Like, but yeah, I was on that for like a year and a half. It was crazy.
Shit.
Well, I used to sell and do all kind of stupid shit. So like just random thing. Oh, morphine actually. Morphine's like the best though. Yeah. Well, yeah. Especially there's this little
shut
purple
up.
one. Those little purple ones, dude.
You'll get
Those
your
things.
So, Uday, would you say
So no. Oh, are you going with drug story then? Okay, drug story is this one. My buddy in Riverside. It turns out he was like. We're just on it, dude. It was a fucked up day. Like we're doing like 36 packs. Like there's like 4 or 5 of us. We're living at this guy's apartment. Well, he's at his apartment by university. So we're down there, and we get this guy. His little dealer. He brings some Molly. He even has DMT, which is like the second time I ever did it, and it was like fucking awesome because I hadn't smoked weed at that time in forever. And it was like, hey, you're gonna put it on something. Are you gonna smoke it on tobacco or weed? And I'm like, I don't like tobacco even. As a kid, like I never cared for it.
No, fuck
so I
tobacco.
put it on weed, and I was like, at the time I didn't really care about weed because I was still like kind of minded about shit. But yeah, so I did it, and it was great. Second time I did it, so it was all right. But that whole night, as soon as we got that guy on it, he just like he forgot about his wife and everything in the car outside. He's just like, yeah, man, I got all this stuff, and just starts throwing bags.
I can hang out for 3 hours?
No, dude, trip on this. Okay, we get so stupid, we decide to snort MDMA, like Molly. We're snorting Molly, so we're crushing it. We're freaking, it's stupid. By an hour later, we're like running across the street at this
Naked.
like CVS.
Naked.
That would have made it actually
Just
better
say
probably.
naked. No one's gonna know.
Dude, running on cars. This motherfucker runs on a car that a couple's in making. It's like 1-2 o'clock in the morning. Runs on top of it across. The guy jumps out. I'm there, like I don't know what to say. So like, just like an idiot, I look at them. And I'm like, my friend's diabetic, man. I'm sorry. And he's like, oh shit, does he need anything? We just dart off running after him and stuff. So like that whole night was just weird. Like I remember, like it was really bad. Like we're calling people on the phone. We witnessed a car accident, like pretty far off. But like in your head, you're like, is this real? Like you see it too, right? All right, we're good. But yeah. It'd have to be Molly. Molly's good times. Like
Molly's the best drug you've had?
probably overall. Like I'd rather do shrooms or acid just for me. But,
So that's a drug named after a female. Joe, what drug
Well,
have you
MDMA.
taken named after a female that's gotten you that good?
Lucy's.
I just like to say that I think it's funny that you introduced me as Uday, then the rest of the fucking podcast, Joe.
You're the artist for me.
Fuck
buddy.
them.
Calling me by my
You know what they're doing, right?
All right,
They're
anyways.
outing you. They're outing your real
You're
name.
fucking retired.
I know, I am.
Don't go with the old names.
So I've
Terry
done
Funk.
ecstasy.
Terry
I've done
Funky Player.
acid. I've done ecstasy. I've done acid. I've done shrooms. I've done weed. Alcohol.
Molly's?
No, not Molly. Meth.
Shit.
Yeah,
Speed,
meth. Yeah, but it's the same. Meth is the worst drug fucking ever.
Okay, so describe
I would never
describe
ever
a high
fuck
on
any
meth.
drug
Okay.
besides
It's actually
Rich,
for me.
Rich, come on, guys.
For me, I can describe it very easily. Think of like when you were a kid and you drank like 3 sodas in a row,
Okay.
and all of a sudden you had all the energy.
Yeah.
You feel great
Yeah,
at first.
you feel just so energetic. And I remember the first time I did it, I took it in pill form, and I was just I was moving around. I remember I was in my room.
But was it supposed to be something else? Like
No, it was
pure.
It was pure meth.
Oh, okay.
So I'm in my room and I'm blasting Sex Pistols, and I'm all fucking
getting into it and shit,
anarchy
fucking
in the
nuts.
UK, and then I'm like, I feel tired. I'm gonna go to bed.
Oh shit.
I go to bed. I can't fucking sleep.
Yeah.
For hours, and I did it a few more times. Like I smoked it. It was
do
never
this
worth
again.
it. I was getting laid because I smoked it. So like there was that. But no, it's not worth it.
Yeah, no, never.
Especially if you
So
take.
you smoked something that wasn't weed.
I heard.
Yeah.
You motherfucker.
I heard
was
meth
a
got
glass
your
pipe.
dick hard.
Oh,
Is
yeah,
that
big
true?
No, well, you can have
Yeah.
sex on it, but
Yeah.
like it's very, it takes a
'Cause coke's
the
opposite,
woman doesn't get wet,
If she's on speed.
like legit. Yeah, she
Yeah.
well, I took it with this girl, and she legit had to like
Yeah.
dampen her pussy.
Yeah. Well,
You mean you didn't,
I would
what
just
you're
say
saying
lube,
is
but
what
yeah.
you're saying is you didn't go down on her.
No, I
And
didn't.
then trip on this. Just like I was
Okay.
saying with that, it's the opposite with coke. Like with a guy, I can get him limp, but with a girl, it'll get him wet.
Yeah,
It's weird. It's just
but a friend of mine, I told a friend of mine
weird.
that I was doing meth, and he was
I'll
like,
just
"Don't
verify
ever do it
you
again."
guys
true. Weird.
He said, "Promise me you'll never do meth again," and I haven't, and I there's no desire for it either.
Yeah, it's not.
My thing, and I still do this. I'm not gonna lie. I still occasionally take painkillers.
So they have some form of amphetamine in it, but it's not. The main thing.
Well, no, because I have the best sleep.
no, but some
on
of the painkillers, the ones that are like daytime ones, or the
No, I'm
sedative
talking
ones?
like Vicodin, codeine,
Those are more like yeah, that's-
Norcos. I'll take
Well,
them.
Norcos.
I knew this
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah, I
that
heard. I have taken. I think I've taken a half
you-
of Norco before.
I used to work
Yeah.
with a guy at a liquor store. I had a job at a liquor store where a guy named Mike, Jesse knows him.
Yeah.
We used to.
White
okay,
Mike.
he wants us to know him as Stoner Mike, but
yeah, we just
we
call
all
White
know
Mike,
him
yeah.
as Tweaker Mike
And white.
yeah, I know.
or
yeah,
Pedo Mike, and he doesn't know this. But that's what we call him. And he would fucking, this is the same guy who's stuck on Vicodin and a bunch of shit like that.
Here's another pop dog.
Yeah, and every so often he would hit you up. Like,
Yeah,
you
he
want
would hit
Oh,
us
hell
up
yeah.
and try to ask us for drugs. So, dude, I'm not your buddy. I'm not your buddy, pal. I ain't your friend, buddy.
I know your name.
Well,
I'm sorry about
exactly,
that.
dude. Fuck out of here with that bullshit.
Sure. The only drug story I can really tell that has of interest would actually be on alcohol. I'm up in
that's
Oregon
awesome.
with the Barroom Saints.
I remember the story, actually.
the tag teams.
I do remember it, though, yeah.
Stop it.
No, it's his old tag team, but yeah, I'll
I
let
know,
him
but
say
it
I
sounds
remember
like that
it.
song.
Yeah, we go up there. And,
No,
hey, wait, no, here. Chuck. I'm going to have another beer.
Drink up.
I'm having another beer.
What?
That's right. So I'm broke as a motherfucker, but I'm gonna also get some alcohol to take with me. I take cheap as fuck Chardonnay.
Oh, that's a good stuff.
Yeah, and we're just chilling. And
That'll give you a good
we were very docile at this part. What?
Okay, go.
We were very docile in this trip because number one, my partner brought his girlfriend, who was our manager for some fucking reason.
Wait, how old are you at this point?
Like 26.
Oh, okay.
He brings his girlfriend, who was our manager, and then on top of that, he also is secretly sleeping with my ex-girlfriend.
Homosexual.
But I knew about this.
What a
But is she also
homosexual.
there, or what?
No, but like she's constantly hitting me up. Hey, what's he doing? What's he doing right now? What's he doing? I'm all, I don't know. He's in the other room, probably
his lady.
blasting her in the ass.
Whoa.
So,
That makes it sound like as if you're spying.
Yeah.
well, she couldn't talk to him. She had to talk to
Leave me
fucking
alone.
me.
I'm getting involved.
I know. I was getting a fucking
I was
annoyed.
real thirsty.
I am. Thank you. So I drink.
So I went to a bar.
Yeah, so I drink
Let me
this
grab a
bottle of
Steve Weiser.
Chardonnay. I drink this bottle of Chardonnay, and then
Damn, you're.
Do you
sad.
think,
Yeah.
honestly, with all
hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, jeez. In all the podcasts, he always interrupts Joe.
Because I can't help it. I have good questions. I have good questions here.
Save them for the end of the class.
I will.
There you go. Get it. Two more up.
Hey, before you leave. Hey.
Jeez.
That
I
sounded
don't
like
know
shit.
what the fuck
Sound
that
like
was.
crap.
Anyways, you were saying.
I'll just finish. Okay,
go
so
for it, go
so
for
the next
Don't mind
day,
us.
when I wake up,
Yeah.
my partner,
You're
his
dying.
girlfriend, and Peter Avalon are all like looking in the bathroom, and they have this like what the fuck look on their face.
And you're there covered in blood.
No, what had happened was they told me what happened. See, after I drank the bottle of Chardonnay, I fell asleep,
Yeah.
woke up, pissed on the floor next to my partner.
That's pretty funny.
There's no toilet nearby.
There's more. He wakes up and says, "Joe, what are you doing? You can't do that here." I turn in my sleepwalking state. I turn to him and say, "Don't talk to me like that." And then he says, "Go to the bathroom and do that." And I went to the bathroom, and it was like that scene in Me, Myself, and Irene, where it goes to piss in the toilet, but it goes everywhere.
Yeah.
I pissed all over the bathroom.
That's the biggest bunch of BS I ever heard.
Well, that happened.
But okay, real quick, morphine. One day after a wrestling match, my neck was killing me.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I go to this buddy of mine. I said, "Bro, my neck's killing me. Do you have anything?" I'm thinking he'll have like codeine or something.
Hopefully some codeine.
And he says, "Hey, talk to me when the show's over." Go to his car. He says, "This is morphine. Just be careful with this because this is some serious shit."
Was
So,
it
okay,
those little
bro.
purple ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are strong as shit, dude. So
It's
Yeah.
real morphine.
So I
It's real
take-
morphine right
they give
there.
those to hospice people.
I
Dude. Those are
actually,
good,
I
dude.
think I didn't.
Shit.
I didn't even take it that night. I
Not
got
that we know what we're talking about.
Dude, I used to give those to people when I would sell somebody drugs like at least like $40. I would give them that, or like if it was their birthday, I was like, "Here's a little extra shit." Like,
My
these
mom
people
used to
are
take
so-
those when she
Yeah,
would
it's fucking
breathe.
crazy. Yeah,
So I
they're
took
great
it.
time.
I took it. I want to say it was actually the next day. I took it. Ooh, you okay? He just hit himself with the mic.
No, his teeth took.
I took it, and then I went to go make myself a sandwich. And once I was done making the sandwich, I could feel it. It felt like a regular painkiller. It's like, oh, that's nice. I started eating my sandwich, and all of a sudden I'm like, yeah. No, I'm like a fucking zombie just.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then I realized I had to put this fucking sandwich down before I choked to death on it. And put it down. I wake up the next day. Dude, I slept.
The most boring, mundane things become like the hard task, kind of like say
Yeah.
me and you were sitting down, and I was like 30 minutes into it. If I needed to get water and got up to walk to the refrigerator, in my head that's like a 20-minute adventure. I'd be like,
Check this out.
I would get lost.
Check
halfway
this
and be
out.
like, oh,
I slept
it's
16 hours.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, you have
Fuck.
comas. Like that shit's bad.
Oh,
like
my
the
God.
worst you could fall asleep. For, like,
Have
a
I
day
told
and a
you
half.
guys about that time that I didn't take any drugs, but I had worked at Home Depot for 34 hours straight? And then when I came back,
And this is
I
pre
slept-
5-hour energy drinks.
Yeah. Way pre that. I slept.
How many hours straight?
I slept for 18 hours straight. My grandma thought that I was a drug addict because I was working so hard. I was busting my ass at Home Depot. She comes in, she wakes me up, and she goes, "Richie, are you on drugs?"
I bet
and
you she was just worried, dude. Like just hereditary
She
wise.
was.
Yeah.
She goes and wakes me up, and she goes, "Are you on drugs?" And I go, "No, I'm just really tired." She goes, "Well, you gotta go to work."
I'm like, you old bitch.
Nah, you was the shit, dude. That lady was cool, man.
All right, we're gonna
She
take a
was
commercial break.
Do you like fast trucks? Do you like getting laid? Do you like being a man? Well, you're gonna love the new Chevy Silverado. Enough horsepower to kick your mama's ass. Loud enough to piss off your stupid ass neighbors. Visit your local SoCal Chevy dealers now. Pick up a Silverado. Or stay at home and be a bitch and drive your stupid Prius.
We're back. Booze and Dudes podcast.
Yeah.
Fucking back.
What you don't know is that Chuck's naked right now.
He is naked, butt ass naked.
Buck
Like,
ass
buck.
naked. So we left off with a few drug stories, and Richard, you are the last to tell us
So
about your...
am I supposed to just tell you guys my drug story while you're naked right here?
Yeah, man. That's
All right,
how
all
it
right.
works.
Well,
we're
fuck it.
drinking
Dude,
beer
yeah.
and we're naked.
So
and
so
you're
what
telling
is
us
the
about your
question?
We?
What's
It's just
the
you.
main question then? While you're
What
naked in front
drugs
of me.
have you done?
Yeah,
and
what-
do you have any crazy stories?
And the crazy story, yeah,
Okay,
man.
I guess the funnest story I have.
For the list.
List first. Come on, man. Give it the
Okay,
priorities, man.
okay,
Jeez.
fuck me. All
New to
right,
this?
all right. Here it goes.
How long have you been in the business, kid?
All right. So
Are you green?
I gotta say, the funnest thing I've done is me and Jesse
Dude, come on.
have tried shrooms from one of his friends together,
Yeah, they're really good that one.
and his friend was like, "You guys just try half the shrooms, just try half of it, not even a full
I'm good.
thing." He was like, "Just try half of it and see if you like it. If you don't, you don't have to buy it." Me and Jesse try half each, which is, if you take a full cap,
Yeah.
you're fucking gone. So me and Jesse figured, hey, I'll take half. You
Of
take
this
half.
bag.
And then, yeah.
You just gave us like the sample bag. I'm
I'll
like,
take half the sample bag. You take half the sample bag. And then between us, we'll figure out if it's good or not.
Yeah, it's probably like a little less than a
By
quarter
the time
each
I
or
come
something.
back home, I'm laughing at everything Kayla's saying, my brother Eddie's saying,
shit.
my mom is saying, everything they're telling me. Maybe it's super serious. I get the feeling that they meant me to be serious.
Think about this one. I drove them.
Yeah. But Jesse backed out laughing. He took off laughing. And I was like, that to me was funny. And he was like, take it easy, bro. I was like, you too, bro. And he was like, takes off. And then Eddie's like, so what'd you guys do today? I'm laughing at his answer. He's just questioning me. What'd you guys do today? I'm laughing.
Like
an
hardcore
asshole.
Laugh, yeah.
And he's like,
Like
okay.
AA meaning laugh.
Yeah. And Eddie's like, okay, that wasn't a funny.
Shit.
Yeah. Eddie's like, that wasn't a funny question. Why are you laughing? I'm like, because your face is just so funny right now. I don't know how to tell you. Your face is funny.
Shit.
And Eddie's like, my face is not funny. I'm like, ah!
No, Rich.
I'm laughing. I'm like, classic Eddie. And he's like, no.
It's like as if Richard
Yeah.
was describing his thoughts clearly.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, that's
It's just that-
hysterical!" Like Mark, he's like, "Hey, Mark, it's
Okay.
the funniest joke ever."
I'll tell you, shrooms, if you're doing good shrooms, everything is funny. And nothing's
Yeah,
bad.
gold caps are.
Nothing in the world was bad.
In all fairness, you weren't just on shrooms. You were also
Oh,
doing
and a
hard
bunch of other
alcohol at the same time.
Yeah, that doesn't do that.
Honestly, to be
Yeah, that day, nah.
No. To be honest, it wasn't that much hard alcohol. It was mainly weed, and it was mainly shrooms. Me and Jesse had only taken 2 shots of hard alcohol.
Yeah, which
alcohol.
is like before the run.
That's not none. But are you really going to compare 2 shots of hard alcohol?
Trouble in paradise.
No, no, and no.
It'll definitely make the high different.
It'll make the high different. But really, are you going to argue shrooms?
Shroom high is what I'm saying. It was
Maybe
mixed.
it's not.
It was mixed.
Maybe it's not.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, that's fine. But if we say someone's gonna be like, "Oh, I'm doing coke," are you gonna be like, "Well, it's not a pure coke high"?
Yeah.
No, yeah.
No, that's probably how they react. No one could say shit to me the whole day without me laughing in their face, and I did not mean to. I really can authentically. I meant
so
it.
you don't think the weed had
When
something to
you-
do with it?
okay.
You don't think the beer?
I do want to
or
laugh
the-
For
Yeah,
example,
nah.
for example, Kayla had asked me. She goes, "Why are you laughing? What's so funny?" I couldn't help it. When she asked when she asked that question, I started laughing. I thought that was a funny question, and it's not a funny question. It's a regular question. I was just so fucked up that on shrooms, I thought that was a funny
They
question.
zone out on anything.
I was like,
else than
why
that.
would
I was
anybody
just-
ask someone on shrooms why things are funny? It's because you're on shrooms. Of course, that's why things are funny.
Duh.
The honeymoon's
Hello?
over.
Nah, it's just like
Wait,
for
what are you talking about?
my
Married
whole
for 11 years.
Yeah.
honeymoon. What the
You mother! I'll put a fucking condom on your fucking tombstone.
So,
Yeah.
so what are you,
Sammy jumping from a fucking
You
truck.
motherfucker!
so what are you saying that only thing you took was shrooms and marijuana?
No.
Nah.
Okay. Yeah. That is the. I no. Okay. I did try acid. I tried acid once.
You microdosed. It was.
I
that with
microdosed.
weed or-
I did
So Jesse was
microdose.
your dealer?
No,
dude,
definitely
you
not. No. Jesse didn't have the weed or the acid.
I don't really sell to him. I'll just be like, hey, dude, check this out.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
this one?
Yeah, no. If I have it, me and Jesse will. Yeah,
This is fucking
exactly.
drugs.
No, if
I'm
I
not an
have
official
it,
dealer.
if I have it, I'll have Jesse try it with me. If he has it, I'll try it with him. But it's not like that. When this came down to it, it was more like I heard from a buddy, Jason. He was like, "Do you guys want it?" He owed me money, and I had been doing work for him in other places. So he was like, "Hey, do you guys want to try acid?" And I was like, "Yeah, I want to try acid." And it was good shit. And the only way I would try acid is if it didn't have that extra chemical in it that was made from that battery shit that stays in your spine.
So you didn't try it?
No,
he didn't.
I tried
It's
acid,
just-
but I didn't try that crazy shit that stays in your spine. I tried the all-natural version.
Yeah, he did. The
There's a
I
difference.
don't buy that it stays in your spine shit.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, so
yes,
we
it
figured that
fucking
out.
does. Google that shit. If in 20 years, if you tried acid 20 years ago, and right now you were to have a stressed out fucking conversation, or you had a stressed out period, you do not know. But the chemical makeup in your body may reactivate the acid you took 20 years ago.
Yeah,
That's
like
real
percentage
shit,
of people
dude.
Have rare, like,
I wish it wasn't true, but that's
It's a
real
blood
shit.
thing, because acid actually lingers in blood.
It lingers in there, dude.
Most
It's
of
in your
does.
spinal column.
For the longest
All
time, I
right,
thought it was
all right.
Okay, so let's get into a story. Actually, it's
avoid all
relatable to drugs and alcohol. Is when me and you
We're just fucking around. None of us ever did drugs or alcohol.
Nah, man, we're totally straight edge.
Straight edge.
And then me and Rich, back in the days,
right now. All that we're straight edge.
me and Rich back in the days were super straight edge.
Oh, you guys were adorable back then. What were you guys called? The Christian what? The
We were
little
part
squad.
of the
God
Mormon
Squad. God
Church.
Squad. God Squad.
Okay, we're part
God
of the Mormon
Squad.
Church.
We were.
And
Part of the
we
Mormon
used to
Church.
go.
No. Give it
His-
credit. They weren't part of it. They were fucking like involved. Like I'll give them that.
Okay, let me finish.
Yeah.
Let me finish. You guys interrupted. Let me see. Yolanda, Richard's mom, used to take us to these. What are they?
Temples.
Double A.
Oh, AA.
Yeah,
AA
AA meetings.
and
And
AA
she would go to
could
these
double for
AA
Alcoholics Anonymous or Al-Anon,
Yeah, Al-Anon.
Al-Anon,
which
that's
is the
it.
families of alcoholics.
So basically,
Those are like the
We
funnier
went to
ones, I'm
both of
sorry.
those.
Those are way funnier.
so
though.
here's where the sixth, and this turns into a sixth
Oh, yeah.
story. But me and Rich would go to these things. He's like, man, hey, you want to do something? You know, my mom's going to these Al-Anon meetings, and she's like, yeah, Rich, you go. And she's like, hey, Rich, you know, what you bring? Yolanda's probably listening to this.
Yeah,
this is back
my
in-
mom was like, "Hey," my mom was like, "Hey, Chuck's mom's an addict too. Why
Well,
don't you bring
she-
Chuck? He can learn a bunch of things from it."
Yeah,
so
remember,
you guys
me and
are
Chuck
like,
would
go
what,
together.
14? You guys
and
like
we would
14,
laugh
15,
our
right?
fucking ass
Okay,
off.
so
You guys are young.
we'll get into that. So we both we're sitting around the
16,
circle,
17, but yeah.
and this lady basically goes into a story on how basically she lost
Fuck.
everything, like from her son to her job,
Her husband.
everything.
Everything.
And me and Rich just look at each other, and we do this. And then that's all it takes.
all
And
it
I'm
took.
fucking looking in
Yeah,
the
it's like a
sky.
funeral.
I'm
It's like a
trying to
funeral.
fucking
Yeah, it's like a
avoid just
Okay.
crying of
Just
laughter.
okay, you guys already know that for like a good year and a half, we had an ongoing joke, which was, you know, oh, what happened to Joe? What happened to Jesse? What happened to Chuck? What happened to Kayla? Oh, they got hit by a number 2 bus. I'm sorry,
Oh yeah,
they're dead.
yeah.
And that was an ongoing joke. If we didn't know what happened to someone, we'd make up an excuse. We'd be like, oh, they were hit by the bus, they're dead. People would be like, oh, what?
We got it from the Wedding Singer.
Yeah, the Wedding
It's like
Singer.
it's basically what happened to your ex lady. Oh, she
No,
got hit by a
that's,
bus.
That's
Yeah,
Happy Gilmore. Happy Gilmore.
Yeah.
Happy Gilmore.
Yeah.
Drove off a cliff.
Yeah.
Died on impact.
Died on
Yeah,
impact.
hit by a bus. Yeah. So we pulled that shit, and then finally, these people at this Al-Anon meeting, they didn't buy our shit. What happened was
Chubby Kitten 666.
What happened was they
Joe
opened
does.
their hearts to me and Chuck.
No. You're going into it a little more
No.
further. Let me explain.
That's
Let me explain.
pretty much what
So
happened.
basically, she said something about one of her people got hit, family members got hit by a bus.
Her
And
husband.
I went fuck.
Her husband.
Like I'm in fucking
husband.
tears, and I go. I just leave. I don't say shit. I just leave out the door, right?
Chuck makes eye contact with me.
I make eye contact with Rich.
First, he makes eye contact with me, and then he covers his fucking mouth to not laugh, and then he tries to look away, and then that's what fucking finally makes me erupt like an asshole. I look at Chuck and I'm like,
So this,
and he starts busting up.
all of a sudden you hear this door shut, and I'm fucking, I'm just dying of laughter.
Yeah, you guys created a giggle loop. Yeah.
And there's a window. There's a little small window in the door. So, all I hear is Richard cry of laughter.
I
and
apologize.
He's stuck there.
Yeah, I'm
by
stuck in
himself.
it. Chuck left the
Yeah, you all
meeting.
boat out.
I'm left there in the meeting. I'm apologizing for myself and Chuck, and I'm saying I'm sorry.
No, it's back.
And I tell him, you know what? I'm sorry. My friend's just a little bit out of control. I'm like making all these bullshit ass excuses for Chuck, right?
Yeah.
And then this one lady, she's the lady who's telling me the story. She's sharing her story with me and Chuck. The whole fucking meeting. She just shared her fucking story about her husband, who's a tow truck driver. He got hit by an oncoming car while towing a fucking car.
Oh, I thought like while he's walking or something.
No,
like, he
no,
got
no,
hit.
no,
I
no,
was
no,
like,
no,
damn,
no.
that's
It was
fucked up when
fucking.
you're drunk.
It was still
That's
heartbreaking
sad.
story either
Well,
way.
yeah, either way. But
But me and Chuck were just joking about that. That's our ongoing. That's our personal ongoing joke in our clique. Someone gets hit by a truck or a bus, and during a fucking meeting that my mom's in,
So
she's
funny.
like, "My husband's hit by."
And she's in fucking tears.
Yeah, tow truck. And,
Real
and then Chuck looks over at me. He goes, and Chuck gets all stoic and serious real quick. He goes, all of a sudden he couldn't keep his composure. He goes, Like, oh shit, he's about to break laughter. She just told us the most heart-wrenching story.
Heartbreaking story
Yes,
of her
of her fucking life. And Chuck's over here looking at me like, don't look at me, Rich. Don't fucking make
that's
eye contact
exactly
with
what
me.
happened.
And he's like looking over. Everything Chuck can do to look over. And then finally, he like glanced over at me for 1 second. And I'm all...
Yeah.
And I start busting
That
up.
was it,
And
yeah.
Chuck takes off laughing. He goes, I'm sorry. I get up and I have to apologize the whole fucking AA meeting. I go, I am so sorry. I don't know what to say. It's just, this is so funny.
Yeah.
And she goes, and she is such a big heart. She goes, it's okay. Everyone has to deal with misery in some way.
Damn.
She goes, you guys just deal with it with mass hysteria. And that made us laugh.
And you were in the room, Chuck? Did you come back? You
No,
heard that?
no, I couldn't.
No,
I
we
couldn't.
were outside in the foyer.
No, but you heard that, yeah.
No. Me and Chuck were outside in the foyer. We were making jokes about all the other AA meetings that we had seen on the list.
We were gunning them.
Yes.
the ones that were like, looking
Sex
at the list.
Anonymous.
Sex
all types of
Anonymous
shit.
on the list. We're like, oh, what fucking suckers. I can't believe that they just... we're like, we can't believe that they just let us go while laughing at their meeting. And the whole time we're talking shit, they're still in their meeting hearing every word me and Chuck are
Because you're
saying.
in the hallway. It's just echoing.
Yeah, we're in the
and shit.
hallway.
Yeah.
And so after the
She was
meeting's
so
done,
funny.
my mom comes up to us and she goes, we heard every word.
Paper thin walls.
Oh my goodness.
And the
It
whole
was
time-
so
But
funny.
no, I was because like I started laughing early when you were all like this lady started telling a story like I lost my husband.
Oh,
My
dude.
dad. I was gonna be like,
Oh
did
my
you ever
God.
find them?
No, we were in fucking tears, dude.
We were
I lose my
fucking-
keys all the time.
Dude, we can't
It was so
explain.
funny.
We cannot explain how funny. If you are out there and we were there, I'm sorry for laughing at your miserable story. At the same time, if you were there and you know who we are, it was a funny story
of-
because everybody in
It's
the
just
meeting.
Yeah, I was gonna say
felt-
to everybody else.
It's amazing how everyone in that meeting felt sorry for me and Chuck.
It's on top of that.
Me and Chuck,
Back at you guys.
me and Chuck were the only two laughing
Having
at
fun,
everybody else there, and they could not see our version of humor.
The laughter like outside of that room was
Oh,
just
God,
so
yes.
fucking. It was like we're pounding on shit.
Yes.
It was so. I mean,
It
we
was
were like.
great.
I said, dude, my abs were fucking
so
hurting.
fucking
You fucking
sore.
broke in,
Dude, I
actually.
had abs at that point because we were fucking. But that's the thing, we would crack up about everything.
Everything, yeah.
I mean, there'd be times we would go just to like St. Bernardine's emergency room.
You were fucking assholes. Seriously. We would go to the hospital and we would fucking wait for sick people to come in to rag on them. Me and Chuck were codependent sick. We were waiting for people to come in to rag on. I'm like, you don't look like you have the flu.
Dude, I never knew.
Yes.
You never heard this?
No,
never heard this shit?
real
Oh, dude, me
story.
and Chuck used to do stupid shit on our own too. That's why I'm like laughing.
Oh,
like,
dude,
it's
no.
real.
Me and Chuck would be like, you don't have the flu? Get the fuck out of here, you piece of shit. You no good for it. And Chuck would be like, yeah. We would wait
And
for
no,
people
no.
to come into ER, and my mom would be there. She's like, this is pretty sick, right? This is pretty
So
codependent.
we see one guy, and he comes in, and he's damn near got like a finger fucking. And he's bleeding all over the place, and I'm all, ooh.
This is some good stuff.
I wonder how long it'll take for him to get seen.
We're like, I give him an hour and 20 minutes.
Dude, we were so sick back in the days, is that we went to the emergency room with nothing wrong.
We would wait at ER. Like, people don't go to ER when they have emergencies. When people are shot, they're like, I would rather have my homeboy patch it up.
Yeah.
Me and Chuck were like, fuck that. On Saturday night, we're making a point to go to ER. Yeah.
Dude, this is what you do when you got no
Hey,
money.
bro, you want to go to the ER? Yeah, bro, let's go.
When you got
Why
no
are we
money.
still here?
We're doing a podcast, aren't we?
When you're in the hood and you have no money, go to the ER on a Saturday night, okay? That's live ER, motherfucker.
Wait, I have a question. How'd you guys get to the ER?
What?
How'd you get to the ER?
Oh, Yolanda used to Yolanda used to drop us off. I think we got the idea.
I should go too. My heart's feeling kind of funny.
Hey, everybody. Yolanda's.
You all right, man? You go to the ER?
Richard's all choking over here. Eyes are all red.
You guys are fucked, dude.
Now the heavens will strike you down, Rich. I think Richard just had a beer through his nose right now.
You're going to hell, bro. His eyes are all watery and shit.
It's because certain shit I don't remember till now.
No, like what that got me thinking about, because like you guys did that. I just remember like me and Chuck used to throw each other into the fucking drive-through things to make them break.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was the best. They'd be talking shit. Hey guys, go fucking we'd be acting it up.
No, it was a Taco Bell. Yeah, and we would straight up do hardcore matches.
Yeah,
and he's like, throw me in front of cars, the food boys in front of cars. I'm all right. So we used to throw each other at the food.
And one time,
we cracked it.
Remember we bent it?
Yes.
I remember, yeah.
I don't think it got fixed until like last year.
No,
wait a second.
I remember I was going to Taco Bell and Chuck would be like, he goes, you see that crack?
Yeah, dude, that's
Chuck would be like, that's me and Jesse. For like half a decade, Chuck was like,
half a decade, bro.
Wait a minute. The best thing ever.
Probably now, because that's 15 years ago.
Oh, hold on. The best thing ever. The best drive-through story ever. Hey, the best drive-through story ever.
What?
Chuck in the driver's seat, Richard in the passenger, I'm in the back. We're at Tacos Mexico.
Oh, yeah.
A homeless guy is going up to the car. Hey, spare change. This motherfucker, after ordering us food, the homeless guy comes to him. He goes, poor people, run, and drives out.
We peel out.
No, peel the fuck out.
No. Because I don't know. I used to tell people this.
Way to make that guy feel like a piece of shit.
Not a guy, a lady.
I remember this shit. Chuck back like
holy shit, guys! You make me look like a real fucking dick right now.
No, this is. Oh no, this gets
Take
worse.
it back a notch.
I'm going up one. I'm sorry.
I remember when Chuck volunteered for.
No.
Everybody helped old ladies.
Okay, well, before we go to the charity one, look up this. I remember this.
Let's shit on Chuck a little more before we give him credit for anything.
It's not just shit. It's just that. But
Such a shitty
like
human being.
within about 10 years ago, because it was like around the time I got the house, dude.
This is so fucked up. I already know where
Chuck,
it's going.
Chuck rolls down the window at my exit, and there's always like a bum there, always. And dude, nonchalant, like full on, have a conversation with me, like all
Always
casual.
the sick in the poor.
Grabs his change, dude, rolls down the window. The fucking bum comes walking up all excited. He just fucking pelts it, man. Hits this fucking guy with like nickels, pennies, and dimes and shit. Maybe a few quarters. This dude in the fucking mouth, face, everywhere. He's like, ah! And Chuck, dude, just still looking at me, like in the passenger seat. He's just like, hey, he got those, and just rolls the window, light turn green. He just drives off all casual, and I'm looking at him like, what the fuck?
Richard,
like we were always crazy, but like to me, I was like, what the fuck?
Richard did the same thing, but with like 50 pennies. And he was picking them up in the rear view.
Oh yeah, fuck it.
Okay. To justify my horrible behavior, which I can't justify, but I'll tell you, we were at the Galleria Mall, the Tyler Mall, like, you know what I mean, in Riverside. And I remember Chuck's mom was like, hey, does anybody have any money to give to the homeless guy? It's pretty fucked up that he's just standing there in the corner and no one's giving him money. And she's right. He had been there for like 5 hours.
I'll give your mom that, dude. Your mom's super awesome.
He was there for like 5 hours, and Carol was like, Chuck's mom was like, hey, does anybody have any change? Give this guy some change for the light turns green. I pull out 50 fucking pennies, dimes and nickels, and I just throw them at the corner. I said,
take this.
Yes, I go, take this,
No,
and I just
no. You said just take it.
And this guy, fuck it, in the rearview mirror, you can see him dodging cars to pick up all the fucking change. And these are fucking Jeeps. Carol and me and Chuck were in a Jeep.
Oh yeah,
going to this. We were gunning on the freeway,
yeah.
and this dude was juking and driving like fast cars to get dimes and nickels. I didn't realize what I was doing.
His life was worth like 50 cents.
All right. We need to get back on drugs.
Oh yeah,
Down.
You got like a.
All right, let's
a
wrap
game
this
now?
up. We're gonna do this
topic.
game now. What, guys? I'm gonna list a drug. Okay.
All right.
And you're gonna tell me examples. Basically, tell me a name, a commercial or street name of the drug. Okay. So let's start with you, Jesse. Let's start with marijuana.
Weed.
Okay. Yeah. So that's easy. Let's continue. Joe, marijuana. Something different.
Kush.
Okay. All right. Rich, you better get this right. Marijuana.
What do you mean?
Another name for marijuana.
Another name for marijuana?
Just keep on going, guys, until we stop.
Indica, sativa.
Not brands. Just no. Street names or commercial names,
Like
guys.
what you would buy it from on the street.
Marijuana, weed, hydro.
There you go.
Just one, man.
Just one?
Stop showing off. Keep on going until you guys stop. Whoever
Grass.
gets stumped.
No, I
it's you.
get.
I said
Okay, now I
grass.
get what you
He
guys are
said
doing.
grass.
Okay.
Bullshit. Hemp.
No,
Oh, that's bonus points.
we don't smoke hemp. We smoke marijuana.
Shut up.
Hemp is the cousin that you
turn.
make things out
Your
of.
turn. Your turn.
It's the male version. Just saying.
Your
hemp.
turn, Richard.
Hemp is not the version. Sticky icky.
Chronic.
Reefer.
Yeah, Yesca. Yesca is the Spanish term.
Okay. So
You ask any Mexican person. Ask any Mexican person.
we're looking at street. Oh, all right. You got it? You got it?
Yesca, it's real shit.
Yeah.
Are you done? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Nobody can.
Okay, so
I had one more.
Yeah, say that.
that's.
I
said cannabis
I had
sativa.
the
Nobody
He
obvious.
gives
said
a
it,
fuck.
but he said cannabis.
I had the
okay,
obvious.
marijuana,
No one said.
whatever.
No one.
Like
Hey,
four.
hey. No one said pot.
okay, there's
Oh.
blunt, dope.
Fuck you.
Oh,
Got survey says blunt, dope.
Oh, then we could
Gotcha.
No,
We could've said
fuck
split.
dope.
Yeah, we could have said
Fuck
Herb,
dope.
and shit.
Dope is
Joint,
more of a cocaine thing.
Budge, Mary Jane, pot,
Mary
reefer,
Jane, yeah.
green,
He said reefer.
Okay.
trees,
Yeah,
smoke,
yeah,
Flowers too.
sinsemilla,
yeah.
skunk,
Okay.
weed.
Okay.
Cannabis.
Cannabis, yeah.
Okay. All right. So next one. Let's start with you, Joe.
I don't know if somebody said
Heroin.
on the street though. Like, let me get some
Heroin?
cannabis.
Yeah, exactly.
H.
Examples
Someone
of
said it to me on
commercial.
the street, I would be
Yes.
like, no, I'm not selling
H
to
is
you.
one of them. You got it,
Street
Joe.
names for heroin. You said?
Yes.
His
Streams for heroin?
Yes.
He said H. So
H?
Yeah, he
Well,
doesn't
then
give
I'll
out
say
like-
snake bite.
there you go.
Let's see. Is snake bite on here? Hey, dickhead, can you turn the light on? Brad! Fuck, dude.
Venom or
Ooh,
snake
see,
bite? I'll say
football
venom or
bits.
snake bite because my dad used to be a heroin addict.
Smack.
Okay, I didn't see that on here, but if you guys agree, survey says.
What? And Smack's not on there.
No,
either?
Snake-
My dad used to be a
snake bite.
heroin addict.
Okay, snake
I'll
bite,
tell you,
yeah,
my
okay,
dad used
okay.
to take snake
All right,
or snake
all right.
bite.
Okay, smack. All right, go for it, Joe.
horse.
Yes, that is actually on here.
Horse adrenaline. It's pretty fucking
Richard?
disgusting. What? Another nickname for a heroin?
Yes.
That's probably fucking disgusting. Do they have trank in there? Tranquilizers, trank, anything like that? Because heroin's pretty fucking dirty.
No, I don't see that, but let's see. They got smack, horse,
White China,
brown sugar, dope, H, junk,
They have
Black tar.
magic.
skag,
Tar.
skunk, white horse,
Skunk.
China white,
Yeah, China White. See.
Yeah.
cheese.
And then
You
what
don't
about-
have anything black in there, like
Yeah, they should
black
have black
China.
tar.
They should have black
he's
China.
got a
in there.
list.
Tar or
All
black
right,
China. should
next
be in
one, opium.
Whoa. Opium is actually just
it's
the
still heroin.
active,
Still heroin,
active
yeah.
ingredient in most drugs.
And I don't
Yeah.
know most prescriptions.
Oh,
So,
okay. You guys want to guess?
yeah.
Okay. Black stuff, block, gum, and hop.
Gum.
Next one, cocaine. Street names and commercial names.
White
Nose
lady.
candy.
White
Nose
lady.
candy, man.
Okay.
So white lady knows candy.
Yes, that's one of them.
Oh, what? Both of them should be. Candy and white lady.
Yeah.
Or white woman.
Booger sugar.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, it's supposed to be in, and there's nose candy. That's all, yeah. Drip. What
Yeah,
else
it
is
is
there?
drip. Drip is
Yeah.
definitely one of them.
Crank.
For Coke?
Yeah.
I thought
Crank?
speed. Yeah, I
On the
thought
side.
speed more.
Oh, never mind. It's on itself. You're right, buddy.
Yeah. Oh, speed.
Thank you. Thank you, son. Okay. Well, that's going nowhere. This fucking game sucks.
Drugs in the body.
But let me just kind of list you a few things. Obviously, there's a bunch of shit on here
We'll edit the living
that I can't
fucking
even
shit out of
fucking
it all.
subscribe.
shit,
But we're gonna
take it
do
back. Look at,
Drug
scroll up.
Jeopardy, ladies and gentlemen.
We've done
Oh shit!
Have you
It's
done
Drug
mescaline?
Jeopardy.
I will
It was
do
on
this.
there. No, but have you done mescaline? Because I was
Okay.
on there, and yeah, I kind of.
Team 1 is
this
Richard.
All right.
Team 2, Joe, and Jesse, your Team 3. Let's start with Team 1. Richard, the categories:
Pick something.
All right.
drug and is alcohol, tobacco, body, Miscellaneous.
Drug in the body.
And do you know?
Let's do body.
Body
drug
for
in body,
100.
Drug
Yeah.
in body.
What happens when the body becomes used to a drug and needs larger and larger amounts to produce the same effects?
Can any of us answer? Or what?
Becomes addicted. Are you kidding me? The brain starts to become fucking addicted.
It's what is.
What happens to the body when the body be
Shut
like?
fucking, lower
Are
your
you fucking
damn
kidding
hand.
me?
Right
Lower
here.
your
I'm raising
fucking
my
hand, dude.
The body shuts down and becomes
Go
fucking
for Joe,
addicted.
go
It becomes
for Joe.
dependent on the fucking
Can you answer the
drug.
goddamn question?
It becomes dependent on the motherfucking drug.
That's your answer?
Yeah. What happens to the body? What happens when the body becomes,
Yeah, it becomes
used to
tolerant.
I was going to say
Yeah.
tolerance.
Yeah.
Becomes tolerant.
Because you have
So,
to go up
sir,
the
judges,
dose.
do you think Richie
I'm
got
a-
it?
No.
No. And I raised
Joe
my
would have,
hand.
yeah.
Tolerance.
That's why I kept telling him.
Well,
Oh,
You
dude,
were not
Joe
gonna
didn't
fucking
get it.
say
Yeah,
tolerance.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
you weren't.
Yeah, because me and him both looked at each other like, you little bastard. He raised his hand
No,
first.
you
though.
Okay,
weren't.
sorry, Rich, you didn't get that
Come
point, dude.
on,
Shut
they
the
weren't gonna
fuck
say
up.
But no, I wasn't. He was actually.
No,
Yeah.
you weren't.
I raised my hand, didn't I?
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
Let's
Give
see
Joe
what
the
you
point.
have.
Oh, never mind.
Discussion.
Let's see what you
Joe,
fucking
go for it.
tools
Joe,
have to
go
say.
for it.
All right.
Pick
Let's
500,
go.
dude. We're not getting points.
No,
It
no.
doesn't matter.
Alcohol 100.
Dick.
Let's see what you have to say.
Come on, dick.
Alcohol 100.
Alcohol for 100.
Why are we going small?
What is BAC?
Yeah, you
Huh,
fucking
right here.
tool.
Right here. Got it up.
No. It's him.
No.
Him.
Okay,
We
go.
can all pick.
No, we can't.
It's
Yeah,
Jeopardy.
we can't Jeopardy. You all
No, we
pick.
can't. It's not.
Well, we're gonna go with you first.
Yeah.
That's your question.
Just like you guys did to me.
If you don't want, you want to pass.
I've-
We
Yeah,
didn't do that.
yeah.
Pass, and then we'll go by whoever.
I have no idea.
All right, Jesse.
Blood alcohol content.
No.
He's right.
Blood alcohol content, and that point
Pulled over
goes.
1,000 times. It doesn't count.
And know how to talk my way through that shit. I'm all that. You're selling that person
now it's
behind me,
Jesse's
sir.
Jesse, your
I'm
turn.
the designated driver. Do you know 300?
Do you,
There
300?
you go. No, it's right.
What is the depressant drug found in some beverages that slows down the central nervous system and harms body organs?
Hey, Joe, you drink a lot of soda. What is it?
Skipper.
I'm serious. I'm so.
You don't know?
Okay,
Joe.
I'll say opioids.
No, what's the name of it?
Alcohol. Sorry, nobody got that. And
You guys fucking suck, and you're alcoholics.
Yeah, but I wouldn't
Jesse
consider that a
It
depression.
doesn't
Yeah, still
matter.
me.
You guys suck just
Joe,
as
you're
much as
three-
me when I
negative
failed
300.
my question.
All right.
Wait, who else got a wrong question?
Me.
Richard.
Him. I had
Negative
tolerance.
100.
I didn't have a wrong question.
100. He only
What
got
happened
100.
was I got teamed up on by two
right.
fellow alcoholics who should have had my back.
he can't do
Instead,
it that way.
they sold
'Cause-
me out.
because you're
Yeah, right.
Instead,
Yeah.
what happened was
So-
they sold
Wait,
me
no,
out.
now.
No, I'll pick
Podcast.
100 right now. That way you could minus it and stuff.
No, it's fine.
Because it
Whatever.
goes by what
We're
you're
just,
doing.
we're just going.
Go to
Fine.
miscellaneous.
Fine.
Miscellaneous 100.
Don't
Look.
listen to them.
Wait. Who's the last one to win?
Still me.
Jesse went.
Jesse, go ahead.
I know. I just said miscellaneous 100.
But he failed. He failed miserably.
And then look, go to team
the
1
thing.
and click negative right now and it'll go to 100. Boom. What happened?
Listen.
What's the name of the gummy substance formed by millions of tiny particles in cigarette smoke?
Carcinogens.
All right. Tar. Wow, you're way off.
Shit. Same shit, different smell.
Okay. Yeah, so it's I guess whoever blurts out the first answer.
Oh, now we're going-
Richard's doing this shit.
Sure.
Okay.
All right, so who's next?
It's still,
Still
just,
me.
Jesse. Go ahead.
Let's go with alcohol for 4.
It just shows how much I watch this fucking show.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm winning
Yeah.
with a measly 100.
Who the fuck smokes cigarettes still?
Like, who's ever won?
If you still fucking
This is
smoke
like,
cigarettes.
this is like the celebrity Saturday Night Live one, where it's all like one person has a positive number.
We're playing Drug Jeopardy right now,
No.
and Jesse's still up. So go ahead, Jesse.
Alcohol 400 again.
Alcohol for 400. Question: how long does it take for alcohol to enter the bloodstream?
Suppose an hour, 40 minutes, right? I say an hour.
45 minutes.
He went 45. 5 to 10.
Wow.
We both
10
wrong.
minutes. So
My-
sorry,
this is like-
Jesse.
Back to 0.
No, this is like a
And Rich is at
baby
negative
thing.
3. What are you
This is
doing?
like if you're
I'm
giving it
just
to
at
a
0.
baby.
No, motherfucker.
bullshit.
You only had
Really?
100 points. It was a 400-point question. You have negative 300.
All right.
Are you fucking
Well,
kidding
then
me?
what about Richie? You
I've been
just got it
drinking
wrong.
Hey,
all
you
night.
went first.
I know.
If you got it right, you would have.
no, no, no.
And then
in
he
Jeopardy,
went after me.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
He can answer too.
Okay.
He picks up.
All right,
It's
you guys-
negative 600.
You guys,
Yeah, but you didn't give him.
I've had 15 beers now,
Nice.
and I'm barely at the level where these people are talking about babies. This is bullshit. I want to call shenanigans.
You're bullshit. You can't see how
Technically,
drunk you
nobody
are.
won.
I have
So,
taken a drink of a beer,
go
and
ahead,
2
Rich.
minutes later, I feel buzzed. And
Tobacco,
yeah, I'm a girl.
200.
I'm way less than you, but I'm
Richard,
still a
or
grown ass person.
Tobacco, 200.
So no,
All
that's
right,
not
all right,
true.
relax, sweethearts.
So, like I
go.
said, Booze does nothing to me.
All right. So Jesse goes tobacco for 200.
Is this me?
Question. No.
Anybody,
Jesse,
I guess.
No. Anybody.
Okay.
Is nicotine a depressant, stimulant?
Stimulant.
Yeah, it is. We all know
Jesse
that.
got it.
No,
And
we
it
all
is
know
a
that.
stimulant.
Yeah, you fucking right. It is. Well,
Brother girl, yeah,
we all know that.
So, yeah. 200 days.
Jesse, control the board.
alcohol 5.
Alcohol for 500. Question. Name at least 3 long-term effects of alcohol on the body and mind.
I'm gonna rate this one. 'Cause if we miss one, that's not all of
4.
All right.
3, 2, 1. Okay, no one got it.
it.
Basically
Cancer-
leads.
Oh yeah, we would have never got
Number
this
1 leads to cancer of the mouth.
Yeah,
2
fuck all
affects
that.
the brain. 3
shit. Psychotic
gives you
problems, such as
depression,
depression.
anxiety.
blah 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 blah
That's
blah blah
bad for your
blah.
body.
That's what people-
Alcohol basically leads to fun.
Okay,
No, that's what people
Richard,
can't help
Richard,
shit.
Richard got control of the board.
Since when?
Since when?
Since
And
when?
no one got that answer, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
so I'm still in control.
All right,
No,
go
you're
ahead,
not.
buddy.
No, you're not. You failed.
Jeopardy. Drug in the body for 4.
How
Schmepperdy.
much drugs? What's that?
Drug in the body for 400.
Drug in the body for 400. What are the 4 ways in which drugs enter the body?
Nasal injection, which would be blood. Inhaling, so smoke, and then I guess what?
Touch.
Injection in,
Touch.
Yeah.
Touch itself. Touch itself. Whatever that's called. It's touch itself.
That's how Jeopardy works.
'Cause cops
His
talk about
contestants
that.
Give them the right fucking
I
answer.
guess.
No, cops talk about that. How you can't even touch it.
Absorption.
Mouth
Yeah,
injection.
absorption.
Yeah, we're
There you
giving
go.
Jesse the points.
Yeah, absorption. There you go.
Shit out.
Absorption.
Especially with like fentanyl and shit.
Jesse
Yeah,
got
yeah,
it.
yeah. You can't even absorb.
Jesse, you're control of the board.
Okay.
These assholes
SG
won't shut
picks.
up.
Do you know 400?
What?
400. Do you know?
I'm just insulting the guest. Question. What is the term used when someone uses an illegal drug or intentionally misuses a prescription or OTC drug?
Abuse.
Okay.
Ab-
Joe got that.
Yeah, I was thinking. Yeah, boom. Chuck got it. Or
I
Rich
said-
got
I
it.
said-
Rich
I said
that,
abuse.
Yeah. He actually said abuse.
I said abuse too.
No, you
No, you didn't. You said overdose.
You said overdose.
Fuck you. You're
Give it
fired.
to Rich. There you go.
Over.
All right, Rich.
Rich is in second place with negative
Go ahead,
$200.
Wait, is there teams?
Yeah, your team won.
won.
Fuck.
Go ahead, Rich.
You're
What
in
is
control. You're in control, Rich.
I'll do this one. Alcohol 200.
Alcohol for 200. Question. The legal limit in New Jersey is a BAC of what?
0.8.
I think it's lower than ours. Oh,
Same
as ours. I thought it was lower.
Okay. As we're looking right now, Team 1 is 0
Second
points.
place.
I'll do drug and the body 300.
And Jesse got 300. Positive.
All right.
What's that? What'd you say?
Drug in the body 300.
Drug in the body 300. Here we go. Question. What are 2 types of drug dependence?
Ah, shit.
You know the Obama administration put out a Craigslist ad for a stenographer?
No.
That's hilarious.
Talking about drugs, not politics.
It's Obama administration. He isn't even in office.
Yeah, who gives a fuck?
I'm not on my
Dependent and codependent?
We can hear you.
There you go.
No. No.
Oh.
I'm sorry, what did you say,
What are
Joe?
2 types of drug
I said
dependence?
Dependent and codependent.
No.
Okay, here we go.
No, not that type of dependence.
Physical dependence?
Psychological.
Okay, did Joe get it? Yes or no?
No,
What did you
physical.
say?
Is it physical and psychological?
What'd you say, Joe?
I said
One,
dependent and
physical.
codependent.
And then 2.
Did Joe get it? Yes or no?
No, Joe's right.
I wouldn't give him the full. Yeah,
Joe's
tell me,
right.
tell me.
Number 1, it
you
says
got it,
physical.
bro.
Physical,
Number
then
2, it says psychological.
Yeah,
Joe
so
is
that's
right about
both.
both of those.
Got it, Ro. You're in charge. Go for it.
There's
Joe.
only
board
2
now.
places now. Tied for second.
You piece of shit.
Do you know for 100?
Boo.
For 100?
Yeah.
No.
What is legal drinking age in New Jersey?
21.
Still
Got it, bro.
They made it sound like it was
Joe, you're in charge. Above 100 points.
Tobacco 100.
Tobacco
You don't know
100.
shit about tobacco.
What is the colorless, odorless, highly addictive
Is it
drug
nicotine?
found in tobacco?
Nope.
Nicotine?
Nope.
Joe said, or Jesse said nicotine.
I said
Je-
nicotine.
Yeah, I said it before.
Jesse said it before you. Okay. Jesse's
We
control the
both
board.
said it, so we...
Yeah, I know. It was who said
He's
first.
trying to fuck you on this.
All right.
All right,
Chuck,
go ahead,
Chuck keeps
Jesse. You're in
changing the
charge of the
rules.
board.
Jesse.
Miscellaneous 300.
Miscellaneous 300. Here we go. Alcohol interferes with what?
You're thinking.
Your dick.
No, you're thinking. You're
Okay,
higher
Your
thinking.
inhibitions.
There was judgment.
Judgment.
Yes, Richard got it. 300 points.
Goddamn right.
Richard,
Rich,
you're in charge of the board.
I'm gonna say alcohol 300.
Alcohol 300. Here we go. What is it called when an individual's blood alcohol level rises to a danger point in which the individual loses consciousness?
Alcohol poisoning.
And go. Okay.
Wait, individual loses consciousness?
And Jesse got it on the
I didn't hear the full thing. That's not fair.
You don't watch Jeopardy, bro?
No, that's not fair. I didn't hear the full question.
Jesse, you're in charge.
Do you know for 2?
Do you know for?
Other
Do you
side.
know for
There
2?
you go.
Is it illegal? It is against the law in all 50 states to sell cigarettes to anyone under the age of
21.
18.
I said 21.
18.
21.
Joe got it right.
21.
18.
Nah,
Fuck
Joe
California
got it
changed,
right.
remember?
18.
All the states that went to weed changed it to 21.
Joe
before.
got it. Fuck
Yeah.
Joe.
Good job, Joe.
All right,
kick him outta here.
Drugs in your body for 200.
Brr, get it?
What is the unwanted change in the body that is not related to the main purpose of a drug?
Side
Psychological.
effect?
Psychological.
What the fuck y'all say?
I said side effect.
I said psychological.
Side effect.
Jesse got it. He locked us out? What a fantastic kid.
Let's go with the miscellaneous for 4.
Okay, here we go.
Other way. That's tobacco. Good
Okay.
job.
What is the product also known as dip?
What is the product also known as dip, chew, snuff, or spit? And what is put between the lip, gum,
Tobacco?
chewing inside
Tobacco.
the mouth?
Chewing tobacco.
Tobacco.
Chewing tobacco, yeah.
Smokeless tobacco.
Okay, was
Oh,
that
we're
Joe?
all wrong.
He said chew. I just
No,
said
we
tobacco.
all said chew.
I said chewing
It is
tobacco.
chew. It
We
is
all
chew.
said
Smokeless
chew.
tobacco
That's
is chew.
the same
That's
thing.
fine.
We all got it
So-
wrong. Come on.
Yeah, that was me.
So we all got it wrong, or we all
Joe
got it right?
I got it first.
Oh, fuck Joe.
Go for it, Joe.
Miscellaneous 200.
Miscellaneous 200. The continued need for the effect on a drug, even though those effects harm the body, mind, and relationship,
Addiction.
is called what?
Addiction.
No, Joe.
Jesse
You
got it
copied
correct.
Jesse.
All right.
Depending.
You both are
We're both wrong.
You're both wrong.
Richard might be in the first place now.
You guys are
No, go
both
give him
not.
points
He's
too,
at
bro.
300.
Booyah.
No. You said wrong,
Click it.
too. Yep.
Yeah, you guys both got it
Booyah.
wrong.
Oh, now we're still
Sorry.
good. I thought you were
I'm
going to
so
it's,
sorry.
Who's it?
we both got it
So
wrong.
me. It's
So go ahead and give it to Rich.
Tobacco
No.
300.
That was my
Tobacco
last one.
300,
Whatever.
yeah.
What is the term for excelled smoke and syndrome
Secondhand smoke.
Get it? That's it, dude. Yeah.
Secondhand smoke. Goes to
There you
Richard.
go.
Brr. Second place.
Richard, you're in charge of the board.
Let's go 500 miscellaneous.
500 miscellaneous. Name at least 5 pieces of information found on a label of an over-the-counter drug and medication.
Oh, shit balls.
5.
Oh, fuck. Wait. Name at least 5 pieces of information found. The side effects. So we'll say nausea, sleepiness. God damn. I am so going to fail this. Sleepiness, depression, suicide.
I won't that's just one thing. That's
Is
just
it? Because these are side
side
effects.
effects. I'm saying like things of like
Pieces of information found on the label of an over the
Okay,
counter.
so no, like at least
Okay,
no,
time's up.
hold on, no. Oh, what the fuck, dude? I was gonna go too.
Product.
I was literally just waiting for him.
Type of medicine.
Yeah, the freaking added thing.
And shut up. Go
This
ahead.
is fucking bullshit.
Yeah, I was totally gonna get
Yeah,
active.
okay.
And
This is
whatever.
bullshit.
Nah, it's all good, dude.
All right,
Chuck's
who
just
is it
doing-
now? Chuck, it's on
Eh,
you.
whatever, dude. He's just doing his thing.
Chuck, it's on you.
Miscellaneous 400.
Okay, let's say Joe. Okay. What is the difference between prescription drugs and OTC drugs?
Legalization.
You need a doctor's
OTC
prescription. And
Yeah,
the ones
that's what I'm
over the
saying,
counter.
legalization.
For prescription drugs.
Oh, they're
you
both
need a
legal.
legal prescription.
OTC is a drug that people.
All right, I'm going to give it to Richard. He said it first, right?
We all said it actually.
No, you
Who said
didn't.
first?
Not as quick as
Whatever,
me.
dude. Just
Who
go.
said
Legal
first?
prescription.
Don't matter, dude.
I
Just
said
do the
legal
other thing.
prescription, Joe. Come on.
Okay, we can give it
It's
to
not
Richard.
even
on.
a game anymore. It's cool.
Shut the fuck up on that. God, good fuck.
I can't hear you. Oh, okay, I'll just keep talking like this because everybody else can.
Hey, we got like buzzards or anything, guys. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
okay?
we should have buzzards.
No, you're giving
All right,
people
guys.
points for when I'm the only one talking.
Guys,
That's pretty
That's
funny.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Richard's got 500. Joe's got 500. Jesse's got 700.
Yeah, keep going with
This
other
is a
names.
tight
Okay.
game, okay? Who's left? Who's in charge?
Let's say.
Yes, Jesse's-
Let's say. Do you know
How am I in
500?
charge if I didn't win the last
Richard,
one?
go ahead.
Do you know 500?
Do you know 500? Gentlemen, name at least 3 guidelines for the safe use of OTC drugs.
There's no side effects.
I would
There's
say
no
in front of people.
addiction.
I would say with a
There's
doctor.
no-
Oh,
prescription
Jesse.
needed.
No.
Doctor's prescription. Doctor's prescription.
Joe said something first. Go
There's
ahead.
no side effects. There's no chance of addiction, and there's no prescription.
Nope.
No, it's what I'm. No, you need a doctor's prescription, dude.
Don't use drugs after expiration date. But like I said, Chuck didn't want to hear anybody else talk, so it's cool.
Yeah, you got that shit wrong.
Okay.
You got 0 points.
Yeah, but we all could have got it wrong and everybody hit it down. What a dude.
All right.
Oh,
Richard,
so
you're still going to charge the
Let's go tobacco 500 because Mike smokes so much.
Kid? Okay. Name at least 3 smoking-related conditions
you got
and
this, dude.
diseases.
Emphysema. I'll say cancer.
And
what's the other one?
It affects somebody
Laryngitis.
else. No, I was going to say the baby.
I'll say
birth defects.
Cancer,
Oh, they didn't even got it. I was going to say birth
emphysema.
defects.
Asthma.
Chronic bronchitis.
Isn't asthma count as bronchitis?
Yes, like the same exact.
Survey. Did he say it? Did he get it right?
I said cancer and emphysema.
You did. But I don't think you said.
Yeah, but
I don't think you said the other two.
Because you get any.
I didn't say there too.
You're right. So you
Yeah,
lost.
but
points
cancer
on
would be
it.
like throat cancer or stomach. Anything else you
Okay.
get from it.
And then we got it right. So Richard, you're still charged. Let's it's the last one. Oh,
Yeah,
baby.
fuck it.
Double Jeopardy. Name at least 3 factors that determine the effects a drug might have on the mind and body.
Spiritual, mental, and physical.
It'd be like quantity. Yeah, see the dose or the amount.
Yeah, you got it wrong.
The weight, the age, the emotional state of the person. Whether the
Jesse
person
won
takes
this
more
game.
than-
I said mental.
I literally had a bunch of those answers.
Let's
You
read
listen,
these.
I was like,
I
oh,
said
never
mental. I said mental,
Yeah, I had
emotional, and
2,
physical.
4, and
What are these
3.
saying?
Listen.
Let's read these out. Let's see what these are
Waves that
saying.
enters the body. Oh, good lord. Why am I talking?
This reminds me of Saturday Night Live Celebrity Jeopardy.
Guys,
the scores.
Wait,
So the
I'm
scores-
minus 500, just so you guys know.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. It's
Richard,
like the Celebrity Jeopardy.
on Drug
where it's like,
Jeopardy?
it's all, oh, your mother last night.
on Drug Jeopardy, you got negative 500. Joe
you're
got
the only
0.
one drunk. Like you're the only one that doesn't know what's going
Jesse
on.
got 700 points.
Everybody else is having to explain to you what to do.
Joe got 0 points. I got minus 500.
So
You were in second for the longest time too.
sorry, bro.
I somehow failed miserably.
Jesse's the most drug knowledgeable guy here, and he also did the most drugs. So until next time, we thank you guys for listening to the podcast. This is Booze and the Dudes.